Welcome to the Deminski and Doyle Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, New Look Home Design. Home improvement made easy. Don't forget to follow this show so you'll never miss a minute. Thanks to our sponsor, The Men with Tools. Worry-proof window and door replacement. Real lifetime warranties. Visit themenwithtools.com.
New Jersey 101.5.
This podcast is sponsored by Ramp. Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/easy. Ramp.com/easy. RAMP.com/easy.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Look, New Jersey chime time. Would you look at that? It's 2:09.
Easy, sport. Got myself out of Beirut once. I think I can get out of New Jersey.
Yeah? Well, don't be so sure. Others have tried and failed. The entire population, in fact.
His arm was facing towards New Jersey, you see? And that's south. So naturally they call him South Paul.
How'd you know I was from Jersey? I'm going back to Jersey and starting up a business again.
Don't even tell me you met her down the shore.
And was planning a class field trip to a French bread factory in Trenton.
All I said was the Easter Bunny at the Menlo Park Mall was more convincing.
Now do you blow it out? Go Friday night. See if you wanna, you can find me on the hood under the moonlight. Radio. Do you believe there's still some magic left somewhere inside our souls?
In Jersey, I'd be shocked if you survive another night.
Hello, I'd like 2 tickets to New Jersey, please.
Jersey's sold out, sir.
What? That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Live from New Jersey, it's Deminski and Doyle.
Yes, hello on a Friday. We are D&D. I'm Jeff Deminski.
Hey, Doyle, get on that radio.
And I'm Bill Doyle.
Bill?
Yes.
Something happening in Arizona in the news made me think about you.
All right.
In Arizona, one of Bill Doyle's match game themes, I think my wife is trying to kill me.
Yes.
Came true in real life.
No kidding.
Melody Feliciano Johnson is going to spend 4 years in prison after slowly poisoning her husband's coffee every day for months.
Very patient woman.
Yeah. Was trying to kill him and was apparently a horrible chemist. Now, was she a worse chemist or a worse wife? I'm not sure.
I think hands down wife.
Yeah, seems like she was failing at both tasks. I don't know.
She got caught.
Yeah, but she was trying, man. And she did a plea bargain, and she's going for 4 years, which I don't think that would be very satisfactory for the husband.
4 years?
Yeah. It's like you tried to kill me, and all you're getting is 4 years?
Seems awfully light.
Right? It's like, I just bought you a car. That's 5. Anyway, also, if you guys remember the Golden Bachelor show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was on just in the fall, where he ended up marrying her. Well, after 3 long months of marriage, the Golden Bachelor, Jerry Turner, and wife Teresa have gone their separate ways. People grow apart. You know, people change over time.
Yeah, that's right. You can't expect it to go that long.
Right. I mean, in today's world, that's a good run, you know?
I mean, who would think that 2 people who met on a game show wouldn't be able to make it in this crazy world of ours?
I am cynical enough to look at that story and think, I bet you this was planned all along.
Yeah?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel some people, for whatever crazy reason, they just want to be famous. They don't really have a good reason they can give why they want to be famous. Some people just want to be famous, even if there's nothing real tangible that you're going to gain out of it other than the fame. And here they go in the show. They end up claiming that they're in love with each other, which even then, what are the odds? You got cameras running. You got people saying, cut. Can you do that again?
Mm-hmm.
Can you kiss her a little more slowly on the cheek? I mean, it's all fake, you know?
True.
Reality show is never really reality. And so then they end up getting married. And was it agreed to all along that they were going to get married just for the big crescendo? And because they showed it live, I think, or at least it was recorded, but they showed it. They showed the nuptials, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that's what I read. And now 3 months later, I'm kind of wondering if the production company behind the show is actually agreeing ahead of time to pay for the divorce. I just wonder.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
He really didn't like any of them. Mm-hmm. And the producers made him pick one. Or they wouldn't let him out of his contract or some sort of contractual obligation.
Fine print.
But he didn't even like her. Mm-hmm. But he had to marry her. And then they had to stay married for so long, according to the contract. What was it, 6 months or something? Has it been?
3.
3, yeah.
3 months.
They had to stay married for 3 months.
Yeah, 90 days. I can see that in legalese, 90 days.
And then he said, see ya.
Yeah.
Although he didn't seem like that good of a person either, so maybe she didn't like him.
Wait a minute. Did you watch one of these episodes?
No, I read about it, though.
You sure you didn't watch? You sure about that?
I'm positive.
No, when I was in past relationships, I would get sucked in just by virtue of being in the same house.
It happens.
Right. Somebody got to the remote first, and there was a bachelor on or a bachelorette on, whatever the hell. And yeah, you end up watching it. And they just were always just nauseating. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a rose ceremony.
I really felt like we made a connection.
Will I get a rose? The whole thing. I can't believe those shows ever caught on, to be honest. I really can't believe it.
But they're very popular.
Yeah. And here in New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
Police are warning people in one New Jersey town to watch out for a bear.
Ooh.
Yeah. Actually, maybe it's more than one. I'm not sure. But what they're saying is this is happening in Park Ridge. Mm-hmm. And that was just the police chief. That wasn't even the bear. Park Ridge cops are warning residents to be cautious after multiple bear sightings were recently reported in Park Ridge. Police say a bear was seen up a tree on the west side of town just yesterday. They posted a video of the sighting to their Facebook page. They were reminding residents to not approach bears. Please do not feed bears, and absolutely never, ever make out with a bear. They don't like it. You won't like it. So I want to know who's seen one. Who's seen a bear? It's been a while since we talked about something like this. And are they kind of like starting to wake up? I'm assuming. I don't really know what the timing is on that. But I mean, it's springtime.
It is. It's time for them to arise from their slumber.
Right. I don't even know when they mate. The only animals I really know about would be your white-tailed deer, and they go crazy in the fall with their running season. I don't know anything about bears, when they're waking up from hibernation, when they're getting horny. I don't know anything about it.
I guess in the fall. I don't know what their gestation period is, because don't they have spring cubs?
Do they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. All right, if you're a hunter, you probably know all this stuff. Yes. That's probably going to be the first call we get, and that's fine if you want to explain when are bears more active. But I think I saw something just the other day, I want to say, some kind of little blurb about this is the time of year that you have to start watching out for them. I think I didn't even bother clicking on it. Now I wish I did, because I can't remember the source now. But now that one was actually spotted in Park Ridge, it's kind of got my attention now. Were you ever out someplace and you saw a bear? And for those of you who live in a place like Warren County and Sussex County, places like that are heavily wooded, and you're much more used to them, do you guys who live in those counties almost laugh at the rest of us that we make a big deal about it when we do see a bear?
They do get used to it, don't they? Oh, they're walking through my backyard all the time.
I don't understand how people get used to it. I'm not saying that you need to wet your pants and live in fear.
I would.
What I'm getting at is, aren't you always kind of at least looking around, even if it becomes casual, even if it becomes just as normal as breathing in and out as you're walking to your car? But isn't it part of your routine to at least stay aware and look for them? Because here's the thing. Any other kind of animal you're going to see, I can't think of too many others in a place like New Jersey that if they wanted to, they could just kill you.
Sure, they could rip you apart.
Right. And yes, I understand how rare it is. Because I know that's the first thing somebody's going to say is, oh, they're very peaceful. And you're right, they are. I get how peaceful they are. I get how it's almost always some sort of provocation or the cubs The mother bear is feeling that the cubs might be in jeopardy, something like that. So I get that human interaction is going to be very, very rare as far as an aggressive interaction. But yet just the fact that they could if they wanted to, that's what blows my mind, how casually some people get about bears. You're not talking about any other kind of animal. You're not talking about, even a fox, you might get bit, you might get cut up, but you could take down a fox. There's a guy who even killed a coyote with his bare hands.
He sure did.
Right, You're not going to kill a bear. If a bear wants to kill you, it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
A full-grown bear, I'm saying.
Sure, you're going to lose that fight.
Right. And you're not even going to outrun a bear. You're not going to outfight it. You're not going to outrun it. And so even in counties where they're used to it, I'm surprised they're so casual about it. Because where is the notion, if this thing wanted to, I'm dead.
What are the chances? You might open the door and go in your backyard, and opening the door startled the bear, which is right by your back door.
Right. One swipe.
Yeah. Ooh.
One swipe, and then the bear's going, oh, I'm sorry, here's your face back. You just startled me. Well, good is it then? All right, so we want to know, anytime in New Jersey, I guess you could be outside of New Jersey as well, but have you ever seen a bear? 1-800-283-101.5.
218, New Jersey Fast Traffic.
This is New Jersey 101.5. You made it to your Friday afternoon, and police are busy in Park Ridge looking for bears. At least one, maybe more than one. I'm not clear on that. But they're warning people in Park Ridge, watch out, because at least one was spotted up a tree, and there have been multiple sightings. And, apparently this is the time of year that they do start to get more active. So we want to know, have you ever seen a bear? And again, people that live in places like Warren and Sussex County, those areas, wherever they're so common that you're seeing them in your backyard all the time, do you guys almost find it funny that the rest of New Jersey makes a big deal about it when we see them? But I think it's funny that you guys are so casual about it. Because, again, I understand they're almost never going to bother you.
But they still scare me.
Right. The fact that they could. For example, if there's a dude on my porch with a gun, and I've got a good idea that he's not really actually there to harm me, I'm still not going to like it. He could kill me if he wanted to. That's how I feel about the bear. He's a guy on my porch with a gun. 1-800-283-101.5.
Sarah in Roxbury, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, how are you guys?
All right.
We had our first bear come across our property. It was Easter night. My husband had come home that night. I was down my sister's, actually, in Hazlitt. And our cameras went off at about 2 a.m, and about 6 feet from our front door was this big black bear.
6 feet. 6 feet. Nice.
Yeah. Checking out our garbage cans, see what's going on, and, so.
You mentioned the first bear. So in your area, you're one of the areas where you get them once it starts. This time of year, you get them all year long?
Yes. We're like northwestern portion of Morris County, not very far from Warren or Sussex, like you mentioned. So,
right.
And I have about 380 acres behind my house.
Oh, nice.
That back up to the backyard. So all the dens are up back there. And it's that time of year when I'm coming home with my kids and it's, dusk and, coming home at night, we just say, don't get out the car yet. Let's scan the area, make sure they're not around. And, then we get into the house. And
so it sounds like you respect them and that you are at least cautious, that you are recognizing they could kill you in a heartbeat if they felt like it.
Absolutely. Black bears, really, any kind of noise or commotion, they want none of it. They'll typically turn around and walk away from whatever's going on. Even with my kids, I'll tell them, the best thing you do is if you suspect that because sometimes it's hard. You hear things in the woods. You don't know if it's a squirrel or a fox.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just kind of make your voices a little bit louder and, just make noise because none of the animals really want to come and bother us.
Right. And it's one of those crazy things where when you're in the woods, every sound you hear, it always sounds bigger than what's actually causing it. To me, anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah, doesn't it? I don't know if it's the lack of other sounds, but right, you could simply have a squirrel rustle something in a bush. It sounds like something as large as a coyote.
And God forbid somebody snaps a twig. Because then he thinks there's some psycho killer coming after you in the woods.
Right.
Sarah, thanks for your call.
Right. Psycho killers, the rule is, as everybody knows, in every horror movie, they don't produce footstep sounds. They only break twigs.
That's right.
That's all the psycho killer does. And they don't clear their throat. They don't sneeze to give themselves away and go, shoot. They don't do that. It's just the twig, man. It's always the twig.
Corey in Belvedere, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Hi, Corey.
So a lot like Sarah said, loud noises. I got taught my kids that as they've grown up. So I live on a street where everybody has an ungodly amount of property. I have video. I got cameras all the way around my house.
Right.
I can get video anywhere from 2 to 5 times a week of the bear right outside my garage, is in my driveway, like passing through or hanging out, terrorizing our trash. But it's multiple times a week. But she's right. A lot of they're not. I mean, they're scared of us way more than we are them. My dogs chase them off a lot. Like they run from my dogs.
What kind of dogs do you have?
German Shepherd and a Black Lab.
Yeah.
Okay, at least they're bigger dogs. Yeah. But now, that being said, and I know you're right. I said that up front. I understand it's very rare that they're going to get aggressive with a human being. But just the fact that they've got the power, if they wanted to do damage, that they could, does that keep you from getting complacent? Are you always checking, or are you just almost immune to the thought of it? If you open your garage door and there's one there, it's not a big deal to you?
It depends on who's around. If it's just me, I'm super complacent and I don't even think twice. If my children or my wife are with me, like when we get home late from a sporting event for the kids, I don't let them out and about prior to me. I get out first to make sure they'll be all right.
That's interesting.
Like me personally, I grew up hunting. I've done bear hunting. I've done all that stuff. I'm not afraid of the bear that could be lurking in the woods when I leave early for work and stuff like that.
And could I ask you if it's for this reason? Because this is my gut. This is my guess. Is the reason for that, because of your experience, if it happens, you'll handle it the right way, but you're not sure if the kid might panic and start to run or things like that?
I'd say part of me would agree with what you just said. But typically, I'm going to be honest with you, even though I don't want to have to shoot a bear, I usually have some form of a firearm in close proximity of me.
That helps.
If push comes to shove, I do have a way of defending myself.
That's a great equalizer with a bear, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not the end goal. I don't want to have to, but if push comes to shove, I
understand.
Children and wife.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I understand. You have responsibilities to them.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, thanks for your call.
Well, you could relate to that. You've got that Swiss Army knife.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if it comes near me. Oh, yeah, watch out. I got a toothpick.
Right. You might trim his nails with that.
I could. And corkscrew him into the ground.
That's right. Open a nice bottle of Chianti and wait for him to fall asleep drunk. All right, we're talking about bears. Did you ever see one? 1-800-283-101.5.
2:37 on a Friday with Deminski and Doyle talking bears. If you ever sighted one, let us know at 1-800-283-101.5.
Oh, and I guess I maybe should have mentioned, born and raised here in New Jersey, yet never saw one ever. And obviously we don't mean at the zoo. We're saying where you don't expect to see one. Or you do. Maybe, you're in the woods. But I mean, especially when it's an area where you're not expecting to. And bears have been sighted in all 21 counties. So even ones, busy ones, built up ones, Hudson County, Essex County. You don't expect to have it happen there.
No.
But what's been your experience? And also, we'll take a few calls first. But before we're done with this, I'll let you know. Did you know black bears here in New Jersey, they don't actually hibernate.
They don't?
They don't.
They just chill out?
In a weird way, they do something different called torpor.
Oh, okay.
But I'll explain exactly what happens. But yeah, when a bear's in full hibernation, if you walked into the den, they would never even know you were there. With what bears in these dens in New Jersey do, they'll come right out of it and rip you apart. Yeah. So more on that in a little bit. But who's seen a bear?
Sally in Browns Mills. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi. So I grew up in Sussex County from ages 2 to 18. had classes on them, seen them in my grandparents' backyard. They even had a special trash can, so not to feed them because they're omnivores. They will eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when I see one, it's just like seeing a dog out in the back, a weird dog going into your yard. Just
is it?
Leave it alone, pay its respect, and it won't bother you.
Because, while a dog could attack somebody, most dogs aren't really going to kill somebody. Yet a bear attack, you're not really going to fare very well in that. And yes, I know, again, that they're docile, they're not looking for trouble, I understand all that. But just the fact that they could do all that damage, that's never intimidated you.
You and I both have a healthy respect for it. Yours may be more fear-based. Mine is more custom-based. But as long as you respect nature, nature will respect you.
Okay, so you don't get cavalier about it then. You are aware of your surroundings, all of those things.
Yeah, it's like walking down New York City. You have to be aware of your surroundings.
Okay, that's a good comparison. Right, where your antenna might be a little bit more up on a New York City street than it might be on a suburban New Jersey street. Huh.
Yeah.
On a side note, did those bear-proof trash cans foil the bears, or did they work around it?
No, they actually do work. So there's like a chain that goes through the lid, and you hook it, and the hook keeps the lid in. And they're like heavy chains. They're like made for bears and the force of the bear.
Yeah, I guess I had heard before that the bears will pick up the trash can and jump up on top of it till it breaks if they can't get the lid off. But
right, that's what I've heard too. I guess it also depends on what type of bear-proof. Maybe there's different types of bear-proof trash cans. But yes, I've often heard that they can get around them.
Sally, thanks for your call.
All right, well, what about you? Have you ever seen a bear? 1-800-283-101.5.
Lori in Mendham, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah, so we have a lot of bears in Mendham. I've lived here for 15 years, and it's very common here. You'll start seeing on Facebook local people posting that they're out and about again. We had a couple of weeks ago a bear twice now we have a bird feeder in our backyard, and he came once at night and once in the morning, bent the whole bar down to the ground, pulled out the bird feeder, ate all the food, and my dog was going wild. But also last year, in the summer, I went walking. We have a lot of beautiful trails around here. I walk my dog every day, walked my dog, came around a bend, and there was a giant male bear standing on his hind legs staring right at me. And believe me, it's different when they're in your garbage versus in the woods with them staring right at you. It was very scary.
About how many feet away would you guess?
I would say maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
I was terrified.
I don't blame you.
My dog was going wild.
Yeah, walk us through it. What did you do?
Yeah.
The dog's going nuts. What did you do, step by step?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I normally go on the Patriots Path Trail because I feel a little more comfortable there. It's a little more, you can see houses kind of through the woods and stuff. But this particular time, my dog wanted to go into the Dismal Harmony area, and I kind of was like, okay, I'll let you go this time. So I was walking through, and as we were getting closer to where it curves around, my dog started jumping up and down, like, kind of getting excited. I figured it was probably a fox. We have a lot of those, or a squirrel or something.
Right. But
so
once you see it is a bear and it's standing up. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, we came around the bend, and he suddenly went silent and stayed still. And I looked down at him, and I followed his eyes up, and there was the bear staring right at me, standing on his hind legs. It was definitely a male bear. And I'll tell you, it was paralyzing because it's very different when you know they see you, and you're not supposed to turn around, and you're not supposed to run. So I was kind of like backing my way back around the curve, and I started walking out, and I was shaking. Luckily, I saw another woman.
So you did everything you're supposed to do. You kept your eyes on the bear, but not with direct eye contact? That's another thing they say.
Correct. Yes, that's what they say.
So you did it all correctly. Didn't turn your back, backed away, kept your eyes on it, but not in its eyes.
Right.
Nice. Well, you had good presence of mind, even though it was scary.
Well, people talk about them all the time around here, so I at least had some education on the subject. But very scary. and you're looking over your shoulder, like saying, I hope didn't decide to come running after me. I was just so scared walking back out.
Well, then do you have to end up eventually going back that way where it had been just to get home?
No, I turned around.
Oh, you were able to go a different way.
Yeah, I wasn't that deep into the woods yet,
Good.
luckily. So, as I was leaving, there was another woman coming in with her dog off leash, and I told her what I saw, and she walked me back out, which helped calm me down. So, but, now I'm a little more leery about, I am always looking over my shoulder because what it feels like when you're actually face to face with one.
Yeah.
My pants would be wet. Lori, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Especially when it's upright. That's going to look so formidable.
20 feet away.
Right? Ooh.
That's like from here to the door for me.
Yeah. Oh, they could close that distance in half a second. They could be on you.
Thanks for your call.
Man, oh, man. But, of course, it usually doesn't happen. But, again, just that it could. That's what freaks me out. All right, have you ever seen a bear? And I'll tell you about that torpor thing coming up. 1-800-283-101.5. New Jersey 101.5. We've been taking calls about whether you've ever seen a bear. And, yeah, it is about this time of year. Starting in March is when they start to get, like mid-March, is when they start to get more active. And that goes on through into the fall. What I was just reading, though, this torpor thing, black bears in New Jersey, they don't actually go into a full hibernation. They do this thing which is called a torpor. And the definition of torpor, they say it's a state of lower physiological activity, and it's characterized by way reduced metabolism, lower heart rate, lower respiration, lower body temperature. Basically, I've been in a torpor for years. And
caused by smoking weed.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But the interesting thing about it is, though, as they're in their dens, I mean, it's close to hibernating, but the big difference is if you were to walk into some big bear den where there were bears in a torpor, but not in a full hibernation, they will instantly go active. They will hear you. They're never really fully out of it.
Yikes.
Whereas hibernating, they're unconscious. You could walk right up to them, maybe even touch them. They are out, man. They're like almost like comatose. So, yeah. Don't mess with the torpor, man. All right, have you ever seen a bear?
Prophet in East Orange. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
How you doing?
Fine.
I lived in West Orange for a while by the Verona border, and my dog was going crazy. Enigma was barking her head off. I had a 180-pound Rottweiler. And my neighbor calls up and says, hey, I think your dog is loose. He's barking. I think I see her in the yard. So me like an idiot goes downstairs, just in my underwear, hey, whoa. That wasn't my dog. That was a bear.
Oh.
I just shut the door nice and quietly, called the police, and the police were like, okay, don't mess with it. I'm not planning on to. They ended up finding that bear up off of 280 by Parsippany, by Little Falls.
Yeah.
It was a 300-pound female.
Nice.
It was a 300-pound female. And the other time I saw a bear, I was going down 280 and towards Kearney by the Walmart. There's a bear right across the street. I'm looking right at it. I was like,
wait, across the highway?
Yeah.
Wow.
Off of 280, when you make that left turn like you're heading towards the Walmart.
Okay.
Out comes the bear. I see the bear's head. I'm like, there's a bear in Harrison, Kearney? That bear's going to die if he stays down here. I'm being serious.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get in with the wrong crowd.
Was the Walmart cashier checking his receipt?
Yeah, you don't see a bear in the hood. I'm sorry. That's like, what's going on here?
From the makers of Cocaine Bear, now comes Bear in the Hood.
Prophet, thanks for your call.
I think there's a movie treatment in this. I really do.
Brian on the Turnpike. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, Brian.
Hi. In 2004, my wife and I moved from Bergen County up to Sussex County. Neither one of us had ever seen a bear, and we're not ready for it. So we were in our swimming pool, and for the first time we see one. It's walking down the street, and it was about a 200-pound female, I think. Like I said, we did not know what to do. My wife turns to me and says, oh, there's a bear. What do we do? What do we do? I said, hi. And we both like ducked down under the water. I wouldn't see us. So it turns off the street, comes onto our property. We didn't know this
it got closer.
yet. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It walked between the swimming pool and our house. It was within about 7 feet of us. At that point, I poked my head up to see where it was.
And it was right
and,
there.
It was right there. There was a peach tree right there. It was sniffing at the peaches. It turned, and we saw each other pretty much at the same time, and we were both horrified. And lucky for me, the bear just took off.
Because if it hung out, how do you get back in the house? You got a bear between you.
Or maybe the bear decides to take a dip like in The Sopranos.
They do sometimes. Very often, actually.
All right. Brian, thanks for your call. Thanks for listening to New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, now is the time with spring here and summer coming up to take control of your health, and it's never been easier than with Trinity Rehab. You have back pain, sciatica, leg pain. You need to get to Trinity Rehab. Get physical therapy, preventative care, be able to do the things you love this spring and summer. Trinity Rehab is not like other places you've heard of. No prescription needed to get going. Same-day appointments, fast results. They have technology that most physical therapists are lacking, a ton of it. Call Trinity Rehab, 800-518-0977, or go online, trinity-rehab.com. Just one example is EPAT therapy. The Alter G machine is often very, very cool, too. But this EPAT therapy, here's what's great about it. The majority of people using EPAT sees big results in only 3 short 5-minute sessions. They don't waste your time. They are fully in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield, also with Aetna, dozens of locations across New Jersey and Pennsylvania. More info at trinity-rehab.com.
Sportsbook at New Jersey chime time is 3:10 with Deminski and Doyle. I'm Bill Doyle.
And I'm Jeff Deminski, 1-800-283-101.5. Yeah, we're giving away those Deep Purple and Yes tickets. A little classic rock action for you. We have the show tickets when we're going to be playing our end of the week game, which is Game 5.
Sorry, I hit it too early.
That's what he said.
All right, but they're celebrating 50 years of Smoke on the Water.
My uncle swore, and I never believed him, that whenever Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water came on the radio, no matter where he was, he claimed, no matter where he was driving, that song came on the radio, he would pull off, even if it wasn't very safe. He would pull off to the side of the road, get out of the car, roll the windows down, crank the music up, and dance. Uncle Larry, I'm sorry. I loved you, but you were weird. I don't think that was true. Come on.
Every time? I don't believe
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he claimed. It's like why? It's like, how many shrooms did you drop, Larry? I mean, come on. Why would you? Yeah, we have a weirdo on the side of the turnpike north of exit 9. He's dancing to Smoke on the Water. All units. This is very strange.
Now I want to see it.
Yeah, right. Well, also, is that really a song that you can dance to?
I wouldn't think so.
Oh, what a white man's dance that would look like, right? Oh, that's like that white man's overbite dance.
It's hard rock, you know?
Yeah, it's not danceable. It's
Ain't
not,
exactly disco.
Right. It's different. Not saying it's bad. It's just different. Anyway, that'll be tonight in the 6 o'clock hour. So I just texted back my son, who texted me an answer to a question I had about his ending his freshman year at college next month. And I kind of could use a little advice from anybody who has been through this, because this is something I hadn't really thought much about. But just like we had move-in day when I had to bring him up there with a car loaded to the gills with all of his things and help set up his dorm room. Mm-hmm. If anybody has been through that, well, then you probably, if it was at least more than 1 year ago, then you probably have experienced what is move out day. At the end of his freshman year, and he's out of state, by the way, so this is a haul. This is a good 6 hours or more drive. He's attending University of Vermont. So move out day is, because he's not taking summer classes, he has to leave the dorm room and get all of his stuff back out of the dorm room, because next year in August, when he goes back, it's going to be a different dorm room with a different roommate. And so all the stuff's got to come out of the dorm room, go somewhere, and then there's going to be another move-in date. And everything's got to be brought back and set up all over again. And I just got a very tired feeling when I thought about this. And my biggest thing, there are two things that I was wondering about with this. One, nobody could help me with. The other, they could. But one thing I'm wondering is, and it's what I texted him, I said, what's your drop dead date? I understand maybe you could start moving out as soon as your finals are done. So I'm sure they probably don't care. Or is there a specific move out date, just like there was a move in date that you had to be there only on that one day? Is the same thing? And so, sure enough, he came back with the answer: no, you could move out as soon as your finals are done, but they had a drop dead date by which you have to be out. Okay, so the drop dead time is Saturday, May 11th.
Okay.
Now, here's what I'm getting at. I'm going to take off work.
Okay.
Saturday, May 11th, everyone has to be out of their dorm room no later than noon. There are no exceptions to this. He sent me part of the email. Only for those who are taking summer classes, obviously, because they're staying. It's pointed out students can move out anytime before noon on Saturday, but that is the drop dead time. You must be out of the rooms. Also, your stuff could be down in the lobby. It could be in common areas in the hall until your family arrives, but you have to be entirely, all your stuff, out of the room no later than noon on that Saturday. I don't want to take off work.
How long does it take you to get up there?
Over 6 hours.
Wow.
So I'm thinking...
You're taking off work.
I don't want to take off work.
Yeah, take off that Friday.
No, I think here's what I can do. I think I could work until 7. I think I could get in the car. I think I could start heading up, drive about 4 hours, get a hotel somewhere nearing midnight, get about 6 hours sleep, get up, finish the trip, get there by maybe 9 in the morning, just go straight there, and it's like, all right, let's hit it. Let's pack everything up. And he could certainly be doing his end in the couple of days because his finals, I believe, I think he's going to have 2 or 3 free days. He could certainly be
packed up.
Yeah, he should certainly be able to be packed up. And then I could just get all of his crap. We'll get the dollies, whatever they have there, get it down, load up the car, and then get out of there. And I maybe could just do it all in one weekend.
Or you could just take off Friday.
I know it'd be easier, but I hate to do that. You know?
Yeah. Life happens to everybody.
I know. But it just seems like if there's a way to avoid it. Then here's the question that some people could give me some advice about.
Okay.
If you've had a kid go to college and you had one of these move out times where you got to get all their stuff out of a dorm, but they're going to be going right back in August. Okay, here's my question. Especially if it's out of state like this is, would it make more sense to not bring it all home and just rent a storage unit somewhere? Put everything in storage up there in Vermont. And that way, come move-in date, go to the storage place, throw it back in the car, get it over there for move-in date. Or does it make more sense to load it all up in the car, bring everything back home to New Jersey, unload the whole thing, and then in a few months, load it all back up and bring it all the way back up to Vermont?
Won't he need some of the stuff that's going to be in there?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know.
I mean, does he have like lamps and stuff that he's still going to want to use?
I don't know how much that he... I think most of it could probably go in storage, I would think. But I mean, clearly I'm going to have to talk to him about it.
Sure, because he's got all those clothes and everything.
Right. I mean, clothing he'll need. But I mean, it would be a difference of, say, like packing maybe one box and a suitcase and his laptop and bringing that home and leaving everything else up there. But things like the garbage cans and toiletries. Do we really need to bring toiletries all the way home and then go all the way back? I mean, you'll just get more crap when you're home for the summer rather than loading up the car and driving it hundreds of miles. Seems weird to me. Or is it more weird to think about spending the money on a storage unit?
It kind of is.
Is it?
I mean, everything fits in your Explorer, right?
It does, right.
So, yeah, it's only one trip.
Yeah. And here's the other thing about that. The other way to look at it is, if I were to take everything to a storage unit, it would be the same thing. I'd have to still load the car.
True.
And then when I got there, I'd still be unloading the car. So the only difference is that it's moving with you the entire trip back home.
Right.
It doesn't help me from loading it. It doesn't save me from unloading it. I'm still doing all those things. And actually, it's going to make the weekend longer, and I'm trying to do it all in one weekend.
Yeah. Just bring it home.
Seems wasteful.
Yeah.
Or is it more wasteful to spend the money on storage? I know somebody else has to have gone through this. Did anybody ever go through that and kind of like wrestled with that idea? 1-800-283-101.5.
318, New Jersey Fast. 324 on a Friday with Deminski and Doyle talking about moving out of a dorm. It's almost that time for Jeff's son. Do you have any advice for him? 1-800-283-101.5.
Yeah, and especially when it's an out-of-state school, it just makes it more difficult. What are those move-out days like? One thing I'm wondering, and I don't know the answer to this, if parents understand on, if you've been through it, on move-in days, it can be like a military operation where they have right, a lot of volunteers. Are move-out days the same, or are you kind of on your own, is one thing I'm wondering. I'm also wondering about that storage thing. Okay, I'm in the middle of texting him.
Yeah.
And I had just texted, how much that you have in your dorm room is stuff that you would need back in New Jersey for the summer versus how much you have that could be put in storage in Vermont until your move-in day in August. And his answer is, well, are we sure we can't just fit it all into the car like we did the first time? A storage unit would likely be a lot of money and extra work. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be extra work. You're moving it either into our house or into the storage unit.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it would be less work because it's all one level. You're not carrying it upstairs. I don't have any like new furniture or anything either. I guess he means whatever I saw is what he has. Sounds like he wants it home.
Sounds like it.
Well, that's too damn bad. That's too bad, Bart. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Do a lot of parents with out-of-state kids on move-out day, do you ever get a storage unit instead of lugging it 500 miles to your house only to bring it all back? Most of this stuff, I guarantee he's not going to need.
Some of it he will.
Clothing and a toothbrush and a couple other things, but most of it, I doubt it.
Yeah?
I doubt it. Yeah. His chair for his desk, he's not going to need that. What's he going to need that for?
To sit.
His dorm fridge, he doesn't need that.
You can keep that in his room. Save him from going downstairs for the beer.
In his thanks. In his room at home, you mean?
Yeah.
There already is one.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Nice.
There already is one. I got him a bigger one for the dorm room. And he's already got a mini fridge in his room. So yeah, I don't think he needs anything. I say storage unit, but I'm still uncertain. All right, what advice would you have? 1-800-283-101.5.
Nate in Livingston, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, I sympathize with you also. My daughter is up in Binghamton, and she has the same thing. So we discussed about a month or so ago getting together with her, 4 or 5 girlfriends, getting a storage unit and putting everything in the unit, and then just splitting it up, because it's only for like 3 months that you need it for, right?
Right. It's only a few months. It just seems kind of crazy to haul it all.
Yeah. My daughter's got a big, huge fridge that we got her, and she's got also like the chair, some of her like winter clothes. She ain't gonna need that. She's also got stuff that's on her desk. She's not gonna need that. And, it's just other stuff that I think hauling it back and then hauling it back again. The fridge took up the whole back of the truck.
Yeah, I can see it. Well, is she in a dorm room, or is she in a higher grade and off campus in an apartment?
No, she's on a dorm.
In a dorm.
And next year she's going back to the dorm also. Yeah. So,
and Nate, you bring up a good point about the winter clothes. This is true. He's not going to need the Vermont winter clothes and the boots and the coat. for summer. He's not going to need that.
Yeah, and then whatever, if money's an option, among 4 friends, it comes to like, hey, $30 a month. It's nothing.
That's all?
Well, because if you're splitting it up, so in other words, it might be 120 a month. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I want his stuff in with other people's stuff, though.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Other people have access to the...
Not even that. Well, it's not that I think anybody would steal from him. It's just that I think mistakes could happen, and, I thought it was my coat. I don't know.
All right, Nate, thanks for your call. Good luck with your daughter.
But then again, if I have that mentality, and then I rent one, and I don't have him split the cost with anybody else who wants to do the same thing, I'm paying full price, and it's probably going to be so oversized for what he needs. He's probably only going to need one little corner of the storage unit. I don't know. Pat in Hapatcong, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi. We went through this with our son years ago when he was in college in Rhode Island. And what we did is we had brought up boxes. He had gotten boxes from supermarkets and started packing his things. And because there were more just some boxes that you could stack, and plus that refrigerator that you said he has, you could put boxes on top of that. We rented the smallest unit in a storage unit. They have small ones.
Right.
And we just stacked up. We had like two, 3 piles of stacks, and then like the chair went upside down. You know what I'm saying? On
Right.
top of something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't expensive.
Geometrically fitted in, yeah.
Yeah. You find out what is the smallest size storage unit for just say a few boxes and a chair, and they'll give you the dimensions. And trust me, it was the best thing we ever did. The best thing. Instead of hauling it back and forth to Jersey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm taking it. Right, I feel like I'm taking his desk chair on a road trip. I feel like why?
Why load the car, unload the car? You take it there, it's there. When you go back. And remember, when he goes back, I guarantee you he's going to have extra stuff that he wants to take with him. Extra stuff. So you don't have to worry about loading the car and having extra.
Oh, that she brings up a point.
Yeah, all the stuff he didn't think of bringing the first year.
Maybe.
Pat, thanks for your call.
All right, so this is coming up next month. I'm trying to avoid taking any time off from work, but that's not really the main point, though. I want to, if you've been through this with your own kids or you remember it from when you were in college, what are college dorm move-out days like? And did you think about getting a storage unit instead of hauling this stuff across state lines and then just right back again in a few months? 1-800-283-101.5.
Now
This is New Jersey 101.5. Not to get too deep into this, but you know what else annoys me?
What's that?
Any of the kids at the school in Vermont that are taking summer classes, obviously they're staying in their dorms because they're staying there, okay? Short of that, those who are getting out of their dorms, right? What's going to go on with the dorms all summer?
Are they get fumigated? Sanitized?
Do you think they really do?
I would hope so.
Or do you think they just go in with a Swiffer for about 5 seconds? I don't know. Are they getting fumigated? Are they, though? I don't know. Because I feel like, why can't they just leave the stuff that they would have put in storage or drag all the way home that they don't need in their old dorm room? Let that be the storage locker and let them go up like 3 days before the other move-in date. And, I guess it wouldn't work. Never mind.
Somebody else is going to have that room in the fall.
Well, I know. That's why I'm saying they got to go up early and get it out, but it would probably just be too chaotic, I guess. Anyway, how are college dorm move-out days arranged? Oh, you know what? No one's talked about this yet. Do they have those, like, crews of volunteers helping you with dollies and everything and directing you the way they do on move-in days, or are you kind of on your own? That's another question I've got. Jimmy on Staten Island, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys, my kids are 30 and 33. They both did it upstate. I say bring the junk home. As long as you have a large enough vehicle, you still the kid will sort stuff out and say, oh, I forgot this is broken, just throw it away, et cetera, et cetera. You put it in the storage place. You're doing double the work initially. The money's secondary. But then, I didn't need that after all when you go back there in a few months, that kind of junk. Anyway, the reason I'm calling you have a minivan or SUV?
I have an SUV.
Okay, hear me out. I'm an expert packer, okay? Adjust, back seats go down, headrests out of the way, whatever.
Yep.
Get your 2 front seats adjusted where you're going to be comfortable sitting, because they're going to be the stop for all your big furniture pieces. So all your big pieces go in first, furniture, refrigerator, etc., okay? But now the important thing is a bunch of garbage bags for all the soft junk, okay? Back doors closed, back door windows open. Now you stuff in the garbage bags on the sides, which are going to keep all the heavy pieces in the center from shifting around while you're driving.
Almost like packing material.
Yes, correct. And that's the kids' clothing and this and that, and they don't care about, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And like if you just have loose books, put them on the rear floors. So it's not projectiles to get you. But my point is, you get those front seat backs adjusted where you want them for driving position, hard furniture all up against it, and then all the bags of garbage bags of soft stuff keep the stuff from shifting around.
Hey, let me ask you real quick. Do you remember on the move out, not the move in days, but the move out days, do you remember if they had those volunteer crews helping the kids move stuff or not?
I don't think so. I don't remember. My kids were big into Oneonta. I don't think so, but I don't remember. Again, I'm 70 years old. The point is, they had those big plastic gray polyethylene tubs on wheels, and if you got there early enough, you got to borrow one of those.
Yeah.
And throw the junk in it and get it on out, and somebody else gets it. But there might have been fellow students to help out, but, it's your own scene. I mean, whether you store the junk up there, which to me is a mistake or not, you still got to drive all the way up there and bring the kid home. You're going to get home and the kid says, I forgot my so-and-so. Now what? It's in Vermont, kids.
You're right about, you got me there.
Jimmy, thanks for your call.
Right. Oh, I put that in the other box.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that. All right. Well, there's your car. Enjoy the 12-hour round trip. Go get it.
Carolyn in Jackson, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
My daughter goes 1,100 miles away to Mississippi State University, and there's no way she's bringing stuff home.
Well, yeah, that's a real long, yeah.
But you know what? The first year I flew out to help her pack up, and she didn't have anything packed when I got there.
What?
Nothing.
Wow. Wait. She expected you to do it all, or did she want the mom-daughter bonding of
No, I
packing
think
it?
she expected I was.
Yeah, of course.
That was some good fighting that weekend.
Yeah, I bet. I don't blame you.
Storage unit, you share with other people. You pack your stuff in your bags you got, the blue bags you got from IKEA. You pack them and store it in those tubs you get at Walmart.
Yeah.
And you stick them in the storage unit.
I could see with yours being so far away, yeah, because, I mean, that's a hell of a long drive, and you would rather just fly her home rather than...
Well, no, she has a car. She drives home. Now
she will. Gotcha.
I sent her boyfriend down to drive back with her.
There you go.
See, the stuff that comes home is like 10 Q-tips. Throw the Q-tips away. I'll buy you new ones when you get home.
Oh, Lord.
You need to bring all this stuff home. I think when you go into storage unit, you tend to throw away a lot of stuff that you're like, I don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Carolyn, thanks for your call.
Wait. You texted me back. I just figure we did it all the first time. We could probably manage to do it again. No? Hardest part would be the fridge, but that's it. It's not a matter of that. It's not a matter that it's hard. I just said, I had texted him right before that. I said, well, I don't know how it would be any extra work. Either way, we'll be loading the whole car and then still unloading the whole car. It's just a matter of where we're unloading it. He keeps thinking like it's going to be somehow more work. It's not. It's just location. It's not work. Loading and unloading, it's the same thing. How do I get through to him?
Sounds like he wants his refrigerator.
Oh, wait a minute. He wants the Oh, that's right. Why am I going to bring a refrigerator on a road trip that he doesn't even need in our home? In our home,
he can give the small one to his sister.
She's practically living in his room already anyway. I don't know. Kids, get off my lawn.
In an unrelated note, did he ever see a moose in Vermont?
Hold on. Hey, did you ever see a moose in Vermont? Question mark.
Because they have text. Vermont's one of the states that has moose, right?
Yes, it is. It is. We'll see what he says.
On the other side of the break. Stay tuned for Moose Watch.
Not that anybody cares. I know that.
All right. Move out advice at 1-800-283-101.5. 3:52, Deminski and Doyle. Keep in mind, coming up after 4 o'clock, in about 30 minutes or so, your chance to win up to $30,000. So keep listening for that.
And by the way, he said no he has not yet seen a moose in Vermont.
Oh.
So then, being that it's Vermont and they have a strong community of things like this, I then asked, how about a transvestite? Have you seen one of those in Vermont? No answer yet. It's Vermont.
It is Vermont.
Yeah, they're known for things like this.
Ann and Delran, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing? And
How far away are you?
Yeah. Could you be in the same room as the phone?
I'm sorry, I was doing dishes.
Oh, no, now you're good. Now you're good.
Well, congratulations to your son on his first year down. Real briefly, we've put two daughters through college. One did the 4 years at Ryder in Lawrenceville, and the other did 3 years at Rutgers in Camden. But her sister, overlapping with her, was going out of state to just west of Gettysburg in Amish Farmville out there in Chambersburg. So commuting over the move-in days were fun because they were always on the same day or the day after, and whatever. But anyhow, basic thing, we've been through the whole storage unit or get the apartment out there in the middle of nowhere land where the other one was and all of this kind of thing. First thing I want you to know is bring your own dolly cart. Because I guarantee you that somebody else will have all of the only 3 that exist up there, and you won't be able to get one. And the other thing that was a guarantee for us, at least, move out day, the elevator's always broken.
Oh, yeah, and he's not on the first floor.
Yeah, you had a guy that was calling from Long Island. Boy, oh boy, he sounds like a pro because he knows what he's doing for packing up the car. And those are great. That's a great thing to do if you're not going too far and you want to just bring his junk home. I can tell you these storage units, though, it's a little bit of a racket. They get you in on a deal and you think, oh, well, it'll be, this low price for a few months. Nope. They get you in, you're in 1-2 months, and then they double it. It's a bit of a racket, especially the units that are nearby colleges, and they know everybody wants to do this. So if you want to choose a unit, look for one that's maybe not right near the college. You might get a better deal.
I always wonder, too, about rodents. I wonder about...
that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
They're going to be nibbling on everything.
Yeah.
The one thing, too, that you're talking about, bringing his junk home, if there's anything I know from experience, they need you to have them bring home their heavy blankets from all winter because they don't get washed. They need to be washed and sanitized.
Oh,
I know.
Oh, yeah, that is good advice. We thank you for this.
And thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Rich in Warren Township, you're in New Jersey 101.5.
Chef, first of all, is your kid a DJ or is he a professional snowboarder? What the hell does he have up there?
What do you mean?
God. He has so much stuff.
It's only one car full.
No, it's only one car full.
We had all 3 kids through college in the Sportage. We squeezed it like that guy from Staten Island. That was good advice too. The cart that lady said was the last caller was excellent, but the bags too, like the plastic bags, with the soft stuff's a great idea. But my brother-in-law, a couple of years for my nephews, he did a rent-a-rack. And he got one of those, you just need a Bluetooth speaker because it's AM radio.
Yeah.
But you could rent one of those. It's like the serial killer van. So everyone will get out of your way when you pull up.
Right, the dreaded white van. No, I got you.
All right, some very helpful tips coming in.
There you go. That's perfect.
Rich, thanks for calling. New Jersey 101.2.
New Jersey chime time is 4:10. It's a Friday. We are D&D, Deminski and Doyle. I'm Jeff Deminski.
I am Bill Doyle.
We've got our end of the week game in the 6 o'clock hour tonight. If you somewhat admire classic rock, we have Deep Purple and Yes tickets to give out. We are going to be playing Name 5.
Mm-hmm.
Bill?
Yes.
Name 5 dead Egyptian presidents. I'm kidding.
Hosni Mubarak, Anwar Sadat.
No, it's
the guy before Sadat.
The guy before the guy before the guy. No, it's not going to be anywhere near that hard. Maybe some of them hard, but nowhere near that hard. No worries. All right, so name 5 coming up. We have not done that in forever, but we're bringing it back for tonight. Also, we'll talk to you guys coming up also about the stuff that drives you crazy at the beach, because there's more bans coming up at Jersey Shore towns as far as setting up those big umbrellas and the tents.
Good.
And yeah, a lot of people hate those, but there's a lot to hate at the beach, and we're getting near that time of year, so that's on its way too. Okay, I have some questions, and it's a little bit silly, but I have to explain where this is coming from. Dino Flamia has a story up right now on NJ1015.com. It's about something you and I talked about recently, and it's how Garwood and also Red Bank both got local ordinances done where restaurants in those towns were not allowed to hand out plastic forks and knives and spoons unless requested. Mm-hmm. Part of it was also, though, that they're not allowed to hand out those little plastic condiment packets, those single little serve things, unless, again, requested by a customer. And there has been also a push to try to make this go statewide. I started focusing on the condiment part. In your home,
yes,
do you have a drawer? Do you have some sort of collection of condiment packets?
Absolutely.
Is that your doing or your wife's doing?
It's all of our doing.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Never have enough soy sauce.
You can never have enough soy sauce?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
Do you have any soy sauce in there right now?
Oh, yeah.
Then I think you had enough soy sauce.
Well, we have enough to get us through.
To when? If it's always
the next
there.
time we order Chinese.
Well, here's another annoying thing about those condiment packets. And I don't care if it's soy sauce, if it's mustard, if it's ketchup, whatever the condiment. They make them so freaking tiny. They need to be 4 times larger than they are.
They do.
Right. Because if you so much as order just a hot dog and you would have put mustard on it, and you're dealing only with the little mustard packets,
yes,
right? Oh, it's taken 4 of those packets. It's not like one packet is going to be one serving.
Plus, they're hard to open.
They are?
Oh, the mustard. Wind up opening the mustard for your hot dog.
Yeah?
It gets all over the place. It's chaotic.
Eh?
Yeah.
Huh. Is it particular to mustard or any of them?
It's been my experience, the mustard is
Really?
Yes.
I did not know this. Maybe I'm not dealing with mustard enough. I don't know. Well, I will tell you this. One of the easiest ones to open is the soy.
Yeah, soy sauce. Yeah, it's easy.
Right. For some reason, it's a thinner plastic, I feel like. Yeah, the soy packets, they're very, very easy to open. But my God, you need a million of them.
Can I jump in here?
Yes, Kylie?
The soy sauce packets are too easy to open. That gets everywhere.
They're too easy to open?
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean?
It gets everywhere.
Well, apparently so does the mustard.
Well, Bill, I think that's a Bill problem. Bill, you are chaotic with mustard.
How would you know how Bill is with mustard?
I've seen it.
We went to a Devils game, and I got a hot dog. I got 2 hot dogs.
Yeah.
And the mustard got on some of the wax paper. And Kylie referred to it as chaotic mustard.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't everywhere.
It was kind of everywhere.
Okay, Kylie, in your home, are you the same way? Is everybody this way but me? Do you have a collection of condiment packets?
Wait, hold on. I will answer your question, but I am baffled by what you just said. You absolutely do not collect any condiments?
If you, when it's me living by myself, I have 0 condiment packets in my kitchen.
Nary a soy sauce, nary a duck sauce.
Absolutely nothing.
What?
Nothing. I don't have them.
Do you not order Chinese food?
Sometimes, not much lately, but I order other things where I could have, say, a ketchup packet, but I don't hang on to them.
What about, I don't know, if you're going to Popeyes or something, the hot sauce packets?
I usually order it without sauce.
I have hot sauce packets in this building. It's not even
Wait a minute. How many separate collections? Where do you keep everything? So you got some in the building, you've got some at home.
I've got some Burger King onion ring sauce in the back.
In where?
In the back.
In the building?
In the building, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in case there's an onion ring emergency?
Yeah. Just in case they don't give me enough next time.
Do you guys keep any in your car?
No.
What about you?
I have been known to keep hot sauce in my car.
No kid. Okay, so you're 3 for 3.
Yes.
Your car, your job, and your home, you have packets of condiments.
I like my hot sauce.
No kidding. So am I alone in this?
I think you might be. Call Jeff the Cheese because he stands alone.
And maybe I'm actually the problem and the people that these laws are targeting. Because I won't ever actually ask for condiments. They'll just throw them in the bag.
Now you're not going to get any.
Which is fine because I never asked for them.
You don't use condiments?
Jeff.
What are you, Larry David? What are you, Larry David, really?
No,
Are you taking over now that Curb is done?
I'm with Bill on this one. I think you're...
Who doesn't use condiments?
Why
do you think
you?
you're better than us?
What kind of psychotic doesn't use condiments?
I mean, why are you just like shortening yourself on this?
Okay, wait, guys. I'm saying I don't use condiments out of those packets. I have, but not to the point that I want to have a collection of them. And if I have something at home, if I want ketchup, I'm not going to use the little packets and open, here's 1, here's 2, here's a 3rd, here's a 4th. I'm just going to go to the fridge, get the ketchup, and squirt it out.
No, but then there's the ketchup water, and that's disgusting.
What?
You know the ketchup water?
You give it a quick shake.
Doesn't happen in the packets.
Do you not know how to care for yourself?
Doesn't happen in the packets.
So I'm the guy that probably, even though I didn't ask for them, they throw them in the bag anyway, and then I end up throwing them out.
Bring them to me.
And I'm not going to add yet another thing to do in my life just so you have more condiment packs.
Wow.
I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Notice Bill isn't asking for any
so
extras.
notice.
Oh, I got plenty.
Yeah, see?
I'm well stocked on condiments.
Okay.
Here, I thought you would do a nice thing for your friend, bring in some ketchup packets for the K-Dog, but no. All right.
All right, listen. I have questions. This is not really where I was going to go with this, but now it is. Am I an oddball? Do most people have collections of those condiment packages from restaurants? Do you actually have, say, a dedicated drawer, or are you keeping them in your car? Where are they kept if you do have them? And Kylie, ballpark, about how many of these you think you have? And I'm talking about, don't break them down into categories. I mean, all together, it's just a condiment packs. How many do you think you have? Yeah, actually, wait, hang on. We got to do the traffic and weather.
Oh, wait. Can we ask Tom?
Go ahead. Hey,
Tom.
buddy.
Yeah.
Is this normal? Whose side are you on here?
I don't keep the condiment packets around.
Thank you. Right?
I go to the fridge like Jeff.
Yeah, there you go. You don't need a drawer full of that. You got enough going on.
And if I get Chinese food and they ask me what sauce do you want, I'll usually take like the soy sauce, but just 1 or 2. And then if I don't use any, I throw them away.
Wasteful. Bring them
they
to
don't
me.
Stay in a drawer.
My God.
Kylie wants everybody in New Jersey to give her their leftover condiments.
I thought you guys were my friends.
Oh, I guarantee she's going to get snail mail with packets in it now.
Oh, please don't send that.
I guarantee it's going to happen.
From prison.
Yeah, and some people aren't going to understand the word condiment, and they're going to be sending other things to her.
No!
It's going to happen. All right, so both of you, think about, like, ballpark, how many you think you have in your homes or your cars or whatever, and we'll get that answer coming up. All right, so we want to talk condiment packs. 1-800-283-101.5.
Here's New Jersey Fast Track.
New Jersey 101.5. So there's a couple of towns, Red Bank, Garwood. We talked about this not that long ago, that they're increasing the ban on plastics to the point that you would have to ask a restaurant in those towns if you wanted the condiment packets. You'd actually say, could I please have 3 mustards and 5 ketchups? Or they wouldn't be allowed to give them to you. Whereas most places, they'll often just throw them in. So we got to talking about this, and we want to know, first of all, do most people keep collections of these things, either at home in a drawer, in their cars maybe, at work? Because it turns out Kylie, our producer, is doing all 3. Bill's got 2 out of those 3. They keep little collections of them. Where are you keeping them? And how many would you guess you have? 1-800-283-101.5. Before we go to the phones.
Yes.
Okay, so both of you. Kylie, how many would you guess you have in your house?
Oh, in my house, I'm going to guess 6.
That's it?
6 soy sauces.
Okay, but I'm saying all condiments, all put together.
Maybe 2 duck sauces in there, so I don't know, 8.
Okay.
I checked my at work stash.
Oh, you brought them in. I see.
Well, yeah, I wanted to count. So it's 5 Popeyes hot sauces and 2 Taco Bell fire sauces.
Okay. I have to admit, that's not unreasonable. I thought she was going to say dozens. What about you, Bill?
I would guess at home about 3 dozen.
See?
3 dozen?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I don't collect any, I'm weird. If he has 36, he's weird.
No, I'm jealous.
What would make you happy?
That?
Oh, okay. So that was a good, all right. That was
I'm
a
envious.
good thing. Okay. All right. And yeah, and Tom Rivers doesn't do it. I don't do it. Bill does. Bill, if you lived alone, do you think you would still do it?
Yeah.
You would. All right. So it's not a gender thing.
Mm-mm.
Because I have had these in my home, but that's only when I was in a relationship. And I'm not now, so I don't have any. In other words, I was never the one throwing them into a drawer.
So do you just throw away unopened soy sauce packets?
I didn't ask for them to begin with. Why am I getting
Answer my
shamed?
question.
Yeah, I would.
Ugh, wasteful.
Okay. 1-800-283-101.5. Bonnie in Princeton, you're in New Jersey, 101.5.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi. I think it's very wasteful that you throw them out. I think of them as food, and in the sense of saying sometimes, you're just running short trying to make something, and you need some ketchup, and you need some mustard, whatever your condiment is, including sugar packets and stuff with coffee. They throw them in the bag. I take them, and keep them. And if I got kids going to school and they need a yogurt, and I got a free spoon, or if they got a sandwich, I'll slip a packet of condiment in there and a knife, and they can make their own sandwich when they get to school. I think it's a good thing to have extra that they give you.
But you understand, though, as far as me being wasteful, you understand I'm saying I never ask for these. I just get home and I find them in the bag. But you're still saying it's wrong to throw them out.
I think it is. I don't know if you're late. Like, I live in an apartment community, so maybe somebody could use them. I'd put them in a bag and put a note on them, say they're free somewhere. Maybe somebody else isn't as lucky as you that has everything or doesn't have to stretch what they have. I think it's as being on the homeless scale for so many years, I think more about what can other people use too. If I don't need it, then I'll pass it along to somebody who might.
I'm going to start going door to door and just knocking on neighbors' doors.
Bonnie, no, with all due respect, I don't know that I would accept a bag full of condiments just sitting out somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, like in a workroom, a break room, people come in, they got their lunch or whatever. Maybe it's not as salty as they want. They'll throw a soy sauce pack in there. That's what I meant by that. Not really much.
Okay.
But like if I'm at a workplace, I'll leave it out on the counter, and I'll bet I come back and it's gone.
Mm-hmm. All right, Bonnie. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
So I'm getting condiment shamed.
You are.
I'm getting condiment shamed. Is there anything sacred that I won't get shamed about? Is it wrong? I didn't even ask for it. How am I getting condiment shamed? This is insane to me. All right, so we're talking about when a restaurant gives you those little tiny plastic packets of various condiments. Do you end up, if you don't use them, do you end up saving them for a time that you might? Do you have little collections of them? Where do you keep those collections? How many do you think you have? 1-800-283-101.5. Thank you. We're kind of doing a survey across New Jersey with this issue. I think it's a hoarding issue.
Oh, I don't know if it's a hoarding issue.
If it's not hoarding, why do you guys in the Doyle household have 36 of them?
You
would have used them by now. Yeah, but you might not.
Well, sometimes you get more, sometimes you get fewer. So it establishes equilibrium in the condiment world in your house.
And here's the thing. They clearly made it back to your home, which sounds as if you had the food at your home. Mm-hmm. You probably have your own condiments in the fridge. Just use those condiments. That's what I don't get.
Well, I don't think we have duck sauce.
No?
No. Soy sauce we might have.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of soy sauce packets.
I swear, Tom Rivers and me so far are the only people in New Jersey not collecting these condiment packets. So I guess we are the problem, Tom and me. All right, 1-800-283-101.5.
Sue in Bud Lake, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello. At one point, we were collecting the condiment packets. My granddaughter was in college, and we took one of those big clear barrels from like the cheese balls, cleaned out the barrel, and we were putting the condiments in there. And we had every kind under the sun: Nutella, jam, wasabi, barbecue, honey.
Wow. So you would just dig around through them to get to the one you wanted.
Every time we found like a specialty one, we would grab some, and we had a whole tub full of them while she was at college, which they all absolutely loved.
Okay, a whole tub full of them, though. Doesn't that imply that you took in more than you used?
Well, no, they were using them in the dorm. My granddaughter had them, but the other...
They would get used up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it was only a tub full until it was delivered to her, then they would get used. I got what you're saying.
All right. Sue, thanks for your call.
Hey, listen, if people want to use those things, it's fine. All I know is it feels like it's taking it feels like your food's going to go cold by the time you rip 7 of those sons of bitches open. I mean, why don't they just make them bigger? They should make them probably 4 times the size.
They probably used to be. I mean, I don't remember specifically, but I bet they used to be.
Why? Just because everything used to be bigger? Shrinkflation, yeah. True. Oh, that's true. I don't know if they were ever that big, but they're probably even less filled than they used to be. I bet you they're the same size, but less filled. Yeah.
Chris in Edison, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, what's happening?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. What's going on?
Hey, when my Chinese restaurant, they make homemade duck sauce and they make homemade hot mustard. We order the hot mustard and the duck sauce, but we always tell them, we don't want no soy sauce and we don't want the stuff in the packages. They put it in anyway.
I've had that happen.
Right. But we bring it back every time we go to the same place. You know, we're regulars at the Chinese place.
Yeah. Bring it back?
I love the homemade stuff that they make.
What do you mean you bring it back? They can't take that back and put it to somebody else, could they?
Well, maybe they do something different in Stroudsburg. You know, I'm in Pennsylvania. They might have a different law.
But they're sealed.
They are sealed, but I would just think that businesses would get so afraid of weirdos. They took a hypodermic needle and injected it with something.
Yeah, Chris, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
I mean, not you, Chris. I mean, you're okay. I'm saying, the real weirdos out there.
Carol in Old Bridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Carol.
I agree with Jeff totally.
You don't have a collection of these at home?
I won't even take them out of the bag. If I order out, I don't even take them out of the bag. They go in the garbage with the bag and the rest of the junk.
But you might need them.
Yep. No, I don't ever need them.
No, but I mean, someday you might.
No, never, ever. I have my own in the refrigerator that I don't use.
One of these days you're going to go to the refrigerator and your hot mustard is going to be empty and you're going to think, damn it, I should have saved that hot mustard.
No. I will do without. I'll put hot peppers or something on.
Do without? What kind of world are we living in? You have to do without hot mustard.
Okay, but wait a minute, guys. It also depends. I mean, I bet you there are packets sitting in there for 1.5 years. And do we have any idea what the shelf life is? I bet you there's no expiration dates on these little individual packets.
Agreed. I agree with you.
It's got to go bad sooner or later, doesn't it?
Sooner or later. Sooner, according to me. Sooner.
Yeah.
There's no way. No way.
Oh, I think they last forever. Carol,
really?
Thanks for your call. Sure, they're sealed. They got all sorts of preservatives in them. They're probably terrible for you. But that's what keeps them safe to eat for so long.
Really? Yeah. So somebody slides a soy packet to you. They say, I guarantee you, I promise you, this is at least 20 years old. You're going to still use it?
Sure.
You're not.
Sure I am.
Oh, come on. That's insane. Really?
Why not?
Because you would just assume it's got to be no good after that long.
No, it's been in this tight little baggie.
All right, let's talk to Hank in Jackson. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hank, do you do this? Do you have whole collections of those little condiment packets?
Jeff, I have to totally tell you, I agree with you 100%, buddy. I do not keep those. I think I have one Chick-fil-A sauce in my refrigerator that's got to be thrown away. I don't keep them at all.
And nor do you ask for them, right?
No, I don't. I mean, they give them to me. I might use it when I'm eating the food, the Chinese food, but then I throw them away. And I also have to say, I do put sauerkraut on my hot dog.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
well, that
buddy.
disqualifies yourself from culinary
Yes, I do.
discussions.
Sorry, Bill.
No, that's kraut on a dog, so good.
That's nasty.
No, it's so good.
Talk about something that's 20 years old. Rotten cabbage. All right. Hank, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
There is a story on the station's website, nj1015.com. It's by Dino Flammia. 2 more New Jersey towns limiting plastic utensils and limiting condiments at restaurants. And yes, they're talking about those little, tiny, takes 17 of them to put on one burger, little packets. And we want to know, when they have leftovers, do you ever actually store those? Do you keep those? Do you have a collection in your drawer at home, at work? Do you keep it in your car somewhere? How many would you get?
Maybe all 3.
Yeah, maybe all of them. How many would you guess you have?
1-800-283-101.5.
Hey, when you're going to be selling your home, maybe you need to downsize, whatever your reason, Rob Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage does a lot more than just throw a sign in your front yard. Rob has superior marketing to sell your home fast and for the most money possible. Gregory wanted to move to a 55 and up community because he wanted to be closer to his daughter, but first he would have to sell his home in Piscataway. Nobody wants to be stuck with 2 mortgages. And just as soon as he hired the Dukansky team, things really started clicking. There were 48 showings, multiple offers in no time, and after only 15 days being on the market, his property sold for $480,000. He was amazed. This was $55,000 over asking price. What can Rob and his team do for you? Check out his Your Home Sold Guaranteed program at robsellsnj.com.
I trust Rob implicitly. I trusted him with the biggest purchase of my life. He's the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. Call Rob Dukansky at 855-350-1015. That's 855-350-1015 or online at robsellsnj.com. That's robsellsnj.com or Google Rob Sells NJ and start packing.
You know, if these little tiny mini condiment packets are so valuable that we're hanging on to them and then we have a surplus that never seems to deplete, if they're that valuable, why don't you just give them out as tips? Pizza guy comes, instead of giving him $4, why don't you just give him 18 soy packets? Go ahead. Do that.
Because he's eating pizza. He doesn't want soy on his pizza.
Who says he's eating pizza? He's delivering the pizza.
He doesn't have time to get Chinese. He's delivering pizza.
I think he's got time, buddy. I think he's got time. It's not always working. I just don't get it. And I feel like the people that are over hoarding them ought to be the ones that are condiment shamed. And no, I'm getting condiment shamed simply because I'm throwing away something I didn't even ask for to begin with. I didn't want it.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Usually I don't have ketchup on fries.
Really?
Sometimes, probably 1 in 20 times. Sometimes I do, usually not.
Do you get like the Chick-fil-A sauce?
I never use sauce on chicken nuggets.
Huh.
I don't do it.
Okay.
When I get sushi, they'll give those sauces.
Yeah.
Never use them.
No?
No sauces on my sushi.
Wow.
No sauce on my sushi.
Frank in Trenton, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Frank.
Hey.
So, I actually have really good knowledge of why those sauce packets don't have
expiration dates. Why is it? Because they don't want the public to know. Because big packet keeps us from.
No.
Yeah.
The soy sauce is actually mostly just saline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really, if you read the ingredients, it's salt water with some brown sugar and maybe just enough soy sauce to give it a little bit of flavor.
Oh, my God.
Go to an Asian grocery store and just buy yourself some good stuff. Don't even get the Kikkomans because that's maybe a step above those small packets.
Huh.
The spicy mustard has 3 ingredients: mustard powder, vinegar, and water.
So it's mostly water.
It's mostly vinegar.
Oh, mostly vinegar. Okay.
Aerobic solution.
Mm-hmm.
So no oxygen will grow on it. And then the duck sauce is sugar, vinegar, and plum jam.
How in God's name do you know these things? What do you do?
I'm a retired chef.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I studied it for years.
Okay. So first of all, the stuff in these packets is usually garbage anyway.
No, the hot mustard and the duck sauce are legit. It's just the soy sauce.
The soy sauce. Okay. All right. Well, so how do you feel about people hoarding these in kitchen drawers?
If you use it, I mean, I now work in a corporate office, and I use it as currency.
See, that's what I was saying. Tip
Wow,
the
I
pizza.
thought that was
Tip
crazy.
the pizza guy with him. Well, wait, what do you mean you use it as currency? You actually say, "Hey, do me this favor, and I'll give you some soy sauce packs." What the hell?
I mean, like, sometimes it's like, hey, do you have a fork? Hey, yeah, you know, I got some hot mustard. I got some of this. You know,
Trade you off, right? Little bartering going on there at work.
Oh, that's
awesome.
too rich. All right, Frank, thanks for your call.
Vinny in Springfield, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, Vinny.
Hey.
I do keep the condiments. We're a family of 4. My boys, they love fast food, and we keep them. We have a dedicated drawer for them, and super valuable in our house.
Okay, a dedicated drawer. How many do you think you usually have in there?
We do fast food like once a week, so
Right.
it's pretty full. Once in a while, we got to go through it and throw some out, but we have, like, you know, from McDonald's to Chick-fil-A.
Will you use it? Even though you've got more than you use, but do you use any of it?
We'll cook at home. Oh yeah, we use them.
You do?
Yeah. Even when we cook our own food and we're like, oh, what do we have in the drawer to, you know, throw it.
You don't feel by the time it takes to open up the 19 packets you have to just get half a hot dog covered that the food's gone cold?
Hey, so you know, you don't have to buy your own ketchup. You don't have to buy your own condiments, and it's pretty much free.
Oh, that's hardcore if you're avoiding buying condiments by having that many.
I mean, we have that many that we go once a week, and we treat ourselves to fast food once a week. So we have plenty.
Too impatient for packets.
All right, Vinny, thanks for your call. Keep in mind, coming up in just about 25 minutes, your chance to win up to $30,000 on New Jersey 101. Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook at New Jersey. Chime time is 5:10 with Deminski and Doyle. I'm
Big Bill Doyle.
You're more like a game show host.
My name is Jeff.
It's Hefe, man.
The choice of New Jersey alcoholics.
We're just some guys from Jersey.
You get a chance every day to talk about New Jersey.
You wouldn't understand. It's a Jersey thing.
The mighty kingdom of New Jersey.
You're from Jersey.
All right, classic rock fans. Hey, we got a cool prize to give away coming up next hour. Don't go anywhere. It's our end of the week game next hour, and we're going to be sending people to see Deep Purple with Yes. In fact, that's a 50-year anniversary. Don't miss Deep Purple celebrating 50 years of Smoke on the Water at the PNC Bank Arts Center. Tickets on sale now through livenation.com. And this is a show happening on August 31st. We have pairs of tickets to give away. We're going to be playing a game called Name 5.
So stay tuned for that.
This is a weird thing. You would think that the reason for a ban on tents or those canopies, when people make basically an encampment out of the beach, you would think a ban on that would just be because they're annoying as hell.
Absolutely, they're annoying.
It serves that end in a way, but something is going on in Brick right now where they are banning these, but it's really more because of beach replenishment. Our Army Corps of Engineers beach replenishment projects not going to be completed this summer. They don't have an anticipated start date. They have a limited amount of space on the beach. They have a limited amount of sand. This is a problem that has been going on at several Jersey Shore towns and several beaches. And it's because of the limited beach and the erosion. That's basically why they're doing it. It still comes down to the same thing. I mean, with less beach, it's going to be simply even more annoying if you had people allowed to do that. So they decided that they are passing something that you cannot set these up. You cannot set up your 10 by 10 foot huge canopy or your.
That's so rude.
Yeah, I think it is. That's just. I mean, a beach umbrella, okay, fine. That's not really blocking views. But, I mean, you're going there to enjoy a lot of things, but part of it is just the beauty of the ocean.
Sure.
And, oh, yeah, so great. You picked out this great spot. It gets crowded, and now people set up a 10-foot wall in front of you. Yeah. Thank you.
I think it's happened to most of us.
Right. Yeah. I think everybody has seen this. The only things that are going to be allowed are those tiny things that would be for infants and small children as far as creating some shade, like the little baby tents.
Yes.
They can be no larger than 40 inches high by 40 inches wide by 40 inches deep. That is it. Anything bigger than that for other purposes will not be allowed. And, honestly, I wish every single beach town in New Jersey would do that, not because of beach erosion, not because of beach replenishment being delayed, but just because they are really annoying.
They are so annoying.
Right. Now, speaking of annoying,
yes,
we would like to ask you, we're not quite there yet, but Memorial Day weekend, it's next month. We're knocking on the door of it. We're in the waiting room of summer here, right? If you could make one rule about the beach behavior, whatever it might be, what would your beach rule be? What really bothers you when you go to the beach? And we don't care how oddly petty, picky, tiny, specific you want to be.
Or duplicates.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I'm wondering, I mean, would that be maybe the number one? Maybe 3 or 4 people in the whole time might actually say, yeah, it is the canopies.
It's 1A.
Yeah.
1B, this is the only one I'll say. Feeding the seagulls. That is so annoying. That just angers me. I mean, we don't want them around. Stop feeding them. That just brings more of them. I hate that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying I ever fed a seagull, and I understand it is a big beef with people. Did you have an issue, though? Did seagulls swarm you? Did they attack your kid? Did they attack you at some point?
They pooped on my son.
I forgot about this. But at least, I mean, he was grown, though.
He was.
Yeah, he wasn't a little boy, so, but it was just... It was the indignity of it.
Yeah, no good comes from having the seagulls around.
And again, I'm not saying I ever fed them. I never did. And I have had food once stolen, but it was on the boardwalk, not down on the beach. But I can't remember what the food item was. Was it fries, a waffle, something? I'm not sure. But yeah, I remember one time a seagull coming down and taking something right out of my hands. Very annoying. And I have been swarmed by them as well. When they come down in a big swarm, it's, I wouldn't say terrifying, but it's startling. It's startling and it's annoying. So I don't love when people do it, but I don't think it's my number one. That's not my number one. I'd have to really think long and hard. Actually, you know what is a bigger nuisance for me when I go to the beach?
What's that?
I don't know how many other people share this, so this one would probably not get seconded for not by any nominating committee here. I have a big problem when you go to the beach and people are not watching their young children, not because they're annoying me, but because of the safety of the young children by the water. I get so distracted when I see moms or dads that have maybe a 2 or a 3-year-old, and they can barely walk yet, and they're walking out into the surf, and mom or dad, they're 200 feet away. They're paying no attention to the kid. Their backs are turned. And this little kid who's just learning to walk doesn't even have mom or dad near them. And they could easily get swept out.
It's pretty irresponsible.
And I see it so often. And I am sitting there. And then all of a sudden, it's all I can think about. I can't just say to myself, wow, that's really irresponsible. That's awful. And then just close my eyes and think about anything else. I end up playing lifeguard. I end up eyes glued over there in case something is happening because I feel somehow responsible by circumstance that I'm noticing it. Therefore, now I better do something.
Because you have the knowledge.
Because I've got the knowledge. I know where the kid is going. I know it doesn't look so good. And I can't enjoy anything. And I won't confront a parent about it. And I've also noticed this with different cultures. Different cultures have different sensibilities as far as how close of an eye they'll keep on kids. And so I try to account for that, because maybe if you were born and raised in this country, maybe we're just overprotective. Maybe we're like helicoptering over the kids. I don't know. So I'm not going to mouth off to anybody, but I cannot relax when somebody's letting their kids get too close to water.
That's a good pet peeve.
Yeah. Really bothers me. I mean, the seagulls, yes, but that bothers me more than the seagulls. All right, so this could be anything involving going to the beach. What do you hate about going to the beach? If you could have your own rule to stop it, what would your rule be? 1-800-283-101.5.
519, New Jersey Fast Traffic. 524 on a Friday with Deminski and Doyle. It's not that far off. Beach season in New Jersey. We're asking what really drives you nuts when you go to the beach. When you're down the shore, what annoys you? 1-800-283-101.5.
And I just had a thought. Now, this is a long shot that anybody would call for this. But it would not be adversarial, I promise you that. It would just be picking your brain. I never thought to actually ask the people who will do some of these things. Setting up the large tents, setting up the large canopies that are now being banned in brick, right? That's what got us onto this, right? If you've done a thing like that, why do you do it? Or the people who feed the seagulls. Why did you ever feed a seagull? Why did you bring bread to feed seagulls?
Oh, I saw a woman give her maybe 3-year-old toddler a bag full of cheese balls just to feed the seagulls.
Oh, I'm sure that's really good for a seagull.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's in their food pyramid.
She just wanted to keep the child busy. It's like, here, feed the seagulls.
Right.
And the rest of us who were right there didn't want them.
Right, yeah. Or, I mean, there are so many of these. And honestly, I'm offering this as an olive branch. I don't want to yell at anybody. I don't want to argue with anybody. That's not what this is about. But I never actually thought before to ask any of these things that may get called in or that Bill and I bring up. If you've done them yourself, tell us why. Kind of hear the other side of it. I'd be very curious what goes on in the mind of somebody who is feeding the seagulls. Are they feeling that they're not getting enough food? Are they feeling that there are too many around? And are they feeling bad for them? Or do they just like to bring them close that way, to get close to nature by drawing them near with that, figuring it's not doing them any harm? I mean, I'm just curious.
I mean, they're so annoying. Was it Ocean City even hired a falconer to bring a hawk down there?
I know.
And the hawk keeps the seagulls away because everybody hates the seagulls so much, and yet you have people feeding them.
Right, at the same time, right. Talk about a mixed message. Yeah, exactly. It's like dating Christine Brinkley. Give us mixed messages. Sure, marry me, but then bed down the helicopter guy. I mean, yeah, whatever. Or here's another one. This one, see, I don't know if you even realize that you're doing it, but I'm going to ask anyway. A lot of people don't like it when they get on the beach and it's early and they get a spot set up and they have their blankets and all their stuff around and they basically set up their kind of encampment. And then somebody comes along 20 minutes later and the beach is still wide open. It's not late in the day. It's not crowded. It's wide open. And then they set up within 15 or 10 feet of the person who already set up.
That's so annoying.
Where you can hear everything they're saying. Right. A lot of people don't like that. And I never thought to ask before, have you actually done that? Have you been that second party that comes along and sets up close by? Is there a reason for it?
Somebody already pre-scouted it for you? This must be a good spot?
I don't know. And see, and the thing of it is I don't have high hopes for anybody answering any of these because I feel like they're going to think it's a trap. And I swear to God, I promise you on my boys' lives, it's not. I just want to pick your brain why you would do some of these things. I promise. No yelling, nothing like that. But that one, I don't think we would have any chance of getting a call because I bet people who do it aren't even aware that they're setting up too close.
Absolutely.
I don't think that they could be aware of it.
They don't have the sense of personal space that the rest of us have.
Right. Maybe to them, and going back to a cultural thing, maybe it's a cultural thing where to them 15 feet is might as well be a half a mile. I don't know. Seriously. And I'm not saying that in some xenophobic way. I'm saying, all due respect, different cultures behave different ways. You know, I mean, that's all your proven fact. Like certain people in certain cultures in certain parts of the world, they'll talk almost nose to nose. We don't do that
Some
here.
people like even more. Some cultures like even more space than we give people.
Right.
They think the Americans are too aggressive.
Right. Things like that. Yeah. So, I mean, anything you might hear us bring up or a caller bring up, if you do some of these things, just let us figure each other out. Why are you doing it? Why are you feeding seagulls? Why are you setting up a big tent? Why are you not thinking about, well, all these people behind you now, they can't see anything? It can't just be a too bad thing. I don't think people are that mean. I think people are better than that usually. There's got to be things that we're not thinking about that they are.
So they set up two clothes. They set up a tent or a canopy, and they play their music. That's like the worst situation on the beach. And they're feeding the seagulls.
Okay, what if they think they've got really good taste in music and they're actually...
But they don't. They don't.
They never do.
They don't have my taste in music.
Let's talk to Kim on the Parkway. Hi, Kim. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, hi. How are you?
All right.
Hi, Kim.
So this kind of goes along with feeding the seagulls, but not really.
Okay.
So we have a house down on Long Beach Island. My kids grew up down there, and in the summertime, they all are very versed on beach etiquette. However, they had a little game that they liked to do, and they would go up in the dunes, and one of them would lay down on a towel, and then they'd put another towel on top of them, and then put chips or whatever on top of the towel and see how long they could last on the towel with the seagulls diving down.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
That's like a torture.
Right, so they would feel only the towel was between them and the beaks of the seagulls.
Exactly right.
And they were probably getting somewhat nipped, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And then they'd jump up and they'd start screaming and go running, and the seagulls would all go. It was just ridiculous.
And so they went into it. They went into it knowing it was going to somewhat hurt, and that was the whole point of the game: was who could last longer.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not sure what kind of parent that makes me, that we were sitting there and laughing hysterically at this nonsense. But
okay, I will say this. But I will say this: they did it up on the dunes where a bunch of other people were not by, right?
100%, because, like I said, very versed in beach etiquette. You don't do that kind of stuff around people.
Good.
Okay, other than calling child protection, I think you're fine. I'm kidding.
Kim, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Okay, what are the things, what do other people do at the beach that just drives you crazy? What are your beach pet peeves? 1-800-283-101.5. And if you find yourself, you know what, I've actually done that, tell us why you've done some of these things. 1-800-283-101.5.
5:37 with Deminski and Doyle on a Friday, just about 25 minutes away from our end of the week game. Have some cool tickets to give out, so keep listening for that.
In the meantime, 1-800-283-101.5. We're not quite at beach season yet, but there are stories going around about Brick, how, and not for the reason you might think, but how they are banning this year those like large oversized tents and canopies.
Ones that everybody hates.
Right, that people like to put up and other people hate them for it because it's blocking their view and all of that. Honestly, it's because of beach replenishment being delayed and they just don't have a lot of beach. And so they're doing it more for the space reason than because it annoys other people. But it will help either way. But anyway, what bothers you the most when you go to the beach? I mean, try to think ahead. I know you're not quite there yet, and it's maybe been a while. But think back anytime you've been to the beach, what are those little things that build up? What are those little pet peeves that other people do that just get under your skin? 1-800-283-101.5. And have you ever actually challenged anybody, even politely, if somebody, say they were feeding seagulls? Did you ever actually speak up about it? I know nobody wants to today. We're living in the age of road rage. You never know who's going to do what. I get that. But I'm just curious. Did you ever actually ask somebody, hey, could you not feed the seagulls right here? Maybe go up by the dunes? Or, hey, do you mind not setting up your camp just 10 feet from us? There's plenty of beach here. It's still early. Things like that.
How about, excuse me, would you please turn down your music? How does that go?
Right. Have you ever asked somebody to do that? Or, God forbid, when the smoking ban was starting in in beach after beach and then statewide. Did you ever ask anybody to stop smoking on a beach? How did that go? But along with these things, we're also asking on the other side of it, if you're the one who has ever done any of these things that other people get put off by, what was going on? Why did you do it? 1-800-283-101.5.
Dennis in Woodbridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, I never heard a bigger bunch of Karens on my life on the radio. Is that all you guys do is complain about everything? I'm one of the guys that goes to the beach to enjoy myself. And yeah, I see kids feeding the seagulls all the time on the boardwalk and even on the beach. I don't think it's that big of a deal, number one. And number two, as far as setting up a tent, if somebody sets up a 10 by 10, as long as they don't have the sides down, I don't see the problem with it. I've seen plenty of umbrellas in my day.
Well, a lot of them would do, but a lot of them do have the sides down. Do you personally ever feed seagulls?
I've done it occasionally, and I see the seagulls all the time on the boardwalk swoop down. I think everybody gets a kick out of it. And I
Gets
don't know
a kick out of seagulls pooping on people?
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it seems like it's a symbol now of the Jersey Shore. I see it on T-shirts all the time of the seagull taking a French fry from somebody. You must see that when you go down to the shore.
Well, right, but it's on T-shirts because it's an annoyance, not because people are reveling in it.
No, I disagree.
Yes.
Doesn't buy a T-shirt because it's annoying. They buy a T-shirt because they think it's...
Well, why are people buying Let's Go Brandon shirts? It's not because they like Joe Biden. I mean, yeah, if they're buying a T-shirt with a seagull stealing a French fry, it's a way of saying, yeah, this is part of what sucks about the Jersey Shore.
No, I don't think so at all. If I'm from Jersey, I'm not buying a T-shirt that says...
Why do you feed the seagulls, though? The times you have done it, and I understand you're not saying you've done it a ton, but the times you have, what are you getting out of it?
Have you ever gone to a petting zoo at all where the kids feed the animals? You know,
in a controlled environment, yes. In a controlled environment where they're giving them something healthy that they can eat, yes.
It's okay, but out in the wild, it's not okay.
Correct,
because they can fly over the top of you. You don't go to and feed the birds that fly over the top of you.
They don't come down in front of you like a seagull does. There's a big difference between that. Put your hand out with a French fry and see how many mockingbirds or blue jays come down to take that out of your hand.
But you haven't answered my question, though.
Big difference.
But we answered your question. You're not answering ours. What are you getting out of feeding a seagull? Why do you like to do it when you have done it?
It's a fun event. It's not something that I do every day. You know,
I know. I recognize that fact.
Okay, so
right.
That's why I do it.
Because it's a fun. What do you mean it's a funny thing?
I didn't say a funny thing.
I thought you did. What did you say?
No, I said it's a fun thing.
Oh, a fun thing.
Wild animal come out of the sky and take a French fry from you. People do, and you see it all the time, whether it's on the beach or on the boardwalk.
And sometimes the people don't want that French fry taken from them.
Well, sometimes they do. You're asking me why I do it.
I know I am. I know. But
you don't like my explanation. Well, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm telling you why I do it.
Do you think most people don't mind having food taken out of their hands on the boardwalk and the beach?
It's not. If you go to the boardwalk and any of the boardwalks in Jersey, it's not a hazard.
It's a nuisance is what it is. It's such a nuisance. Ocean City hired hawks to keep the seagulls away from the patrons.
Yeah, well, I understand. But when I go down there, it's not like I see a ton of seagulls taking food from every person that's walking on the boardwalk.
Yeah, but they do it from enough people to...
It's not that...
No one said everybody. It does it from enough people to be annoying.
All right, well, I'm not annoyed by it. I go down to the Jersey Shore. I spend a week vacation down there every year, and there's tons of people that do it every time that I go down.
Yeah, and everybody else hates them.
Okay, let's ask others. We appreciate your calling, but is Dennis right? Do you not mind this, or is Dennis wrong for feeding seagulls? We want to know when it comes to, and you could call in about any of the other beach pet peeves as well. But here's a guy who says he has done it. He says it's fun.
And people like it.
And we're a bunch of Karens for saying that you shouldn't feed seagulls at the beach. Right. And he thinks a lot of people like it. Do you like it when others feed seagulls at the beach and bring them in for the swarms and all of that? 1-800-283-101.5.
551 with Deminski and Doyle taking your beach pet peeves. And also, where do you come down on the feeding the seagulls issue? 1-800-283-101.5.
Yeah. After that guy's seagull feeding, nothing wrong with it manifesto. I'm curious about that. Rick, you're on New Jersey 101.5 from Tom's River. Hi.
Hi. Thank God. So I think he's a Lenny. I don't know if it's appropriate word, but you know what I'm talking about. I've been down here my entire life. I've been going to the beach for my entire life. And every time feeding potato chips and doing all that, there's it's not one seagull. It's 19.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
It's a swarm.
Nothing. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like a bees. It's such a swarm. It's so horrible. There's nothing good about feeding seagulls. Nothing.
So you were a little upset hearing the manifesto, apparently.
I swear to God, and this is the truth. I've never called into your show. I just turned it on because I wanted to hear the weather.
Sure. Sure. I get it.
And then I heard that, and I was just livid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know most people feel the way you do and I do and Bill does. And, I imagine that probably made a lot of people livid. But that guy, he didn't care.
Rick, thanks for your call.
He didn't care. We're all just a bunch of Karens. And if I may, real quick.
Yes.
Seagulls can turn aggressive when they believe a snack is owed to them, and this is how they get once it's being offered so often. They can chase and even peck you until you give them a tasty treat. When a flock of seagulls comes together, it becomes yet more dangerous for you and even for others nearby, and it's also unhealthy for them to eat your scraps. The seagulls eating a highly artificial diet like human food can suffer long-term health problems. Lower nutrition and crowding together promotes the spread of disease among gulls and other native birds and human beings. Gulls are best left alone to forage naturally. Also, another thing it does is brings them closer to the beach in an unnatural way in large groups, and it brings them near fishing lines. There's whole articles about why you should never feed seagulls. It is not good for them or us.
John in Florham Park, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Fine, thanks.
So, first of all, seagulls are rats with wings. I mean, they swarm everywhere. And when I was a little kid, the annoying people that would sit around me, every once in a while you toss a French fry over there just to have the seagulls attack them.
Oh, that's funny.
But
I never thought about that.
The annoying thing, though, since I was a little kid, this is an incident that probably happened over 50 years ago. The kids that run around, plenty of space around you, but they have to run across your towel.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little bit smart, and I dug a little hole about maybe a foot and a half deep, and I covered it over.
Oh,
he was doing it 3 or 4 times, and finally on the 4th time, he had a face full of ice cream cone, and he wasn't too happy, and I got a lot of satisfaction out of that.
Did you seriously do it? Did you really do it?
You just you dig a little hole, you cover it up. I got tired of it, and finally, hopefully, he learned his lesson. He didn't do it anymore.
Right. You stretch. No, I'm picturing it. For those who aren't, right, he's stretching that blanket out, the beach towel out, so it looks like there's solid sand under there, and then bam. I mean, it's almost like your Wile E. Coyote. It's almost like your Wile E. Coyote trying to trap the roadrunners.
Yeah, and you combine that with throwing the French fries to the people you don't like, so the seagulls come over. John, you're devious. I love it.
Really, seriously.
All right, we have our end of the week game coming up after the news. This is New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, so now that spring is here, maybe you're trying to get back outside doing all the things you love, and especially with summer coming up. But if pain is holding you back, don't you want to enjoy the next couple of seasons without this going on in your life? Well, you can. You need to get yourself to Trinity Rehab. I'm telling you, Trinity Rehab is not like other physical therapy that you've heard of. No prescription needed, same-day appointments available, fast results. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking for pain relief, or simply want preventative care, their team of doctors provide the most comprehensive physical therapy available, and it's never been easier. Call them at 800-518-0977 or online, trinity-rehab.com. Ask about their EPAT therapy. This is a cutting-edge stuff. It's acoustic pressure wave therapy. The majority that uses this sees big results in only 3 short 5-minute sessions. They're fully in network with Aetna, also Blue Cross Blue Shield, dozens of locations across New Jersey and Pennsylvania. More info at trinity-rehab.com. Parks Casino and Sportsbook New Jersey. Chime time is 6:10 on a Friday night in the Great Garden State. We are D&D, Deminski and Doyle. I'm Jeff Deminski.
And I'm Bill Doyle. It's Friday night, and it's 6 o'clock.
Shall we play a game?
Yes, we shall.
I've been hanging out in this jazz club so long, getting high on my hookah. I can't even remember when we last played Name 5. I think it's been, I want to say 8 months or something like that.
Oh, really? That long?
It's been a long time. Wow. I might be off a little bit there, but it's been quite a while. Yeah. And here's why you want to play. If you like yourself some classic rock, or you want to win these for somebody who does, you can always give them to somebody. We have pairs of tickets for Deep Purple and Yes. And the Wiggles will be opening for... No, none of that stuff. Deep Purple with Yes. It's going to be a hell of a show at PNC Bank Arts Center. This is happening. It's a summer show, which is nice. And you can be closing out your summer with it. It's August 31st. Don't miss Deep Purple celebrating 50 years of Smoke on the Water at PNC Bank Arts Center. Tickets for this are on sale already, but you can win them from us. If you can't win them, you can get them, livenation.com. But try to win them. The way Name 5 works, I give you a category. I mean, it could be, this is not one of them tonight. It could be states that begin with the letter N.
New Hampshire, New Jersey, Nevada, New Mexico. Mm-hmm. Is there another one? North Carolina.
Bingo. Right. I was about to say, we did that one, and I think the person couldn't remember New Jersey, which is funny because you're in it. You're in it.
That is funny.
Right. Some of them are going to be easier. Some of them are going to be harder. It's just whatever the luck of the draw is, so we wish you well. Please don't hate us if you don't get it. But all you got to do is name 5 things, and you get 30 seconds. Now, that sounds maybe like a brief amount of time, but remember, you can just start popping off answers. Even if it doesn't make sense, just say whatever is coming out of your head. Just say it, because maybe it'll trigger your next thought. So you just rattle off as many as you can. We'll keep score, and as long as you get 5 in 30 seconds of whatever the category is, that's all you need, and then you're going to get hooked up for Deep Purple and Yes tickets. 1-800-283-101.5.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Let the games begin!
Beetlejuice?
It's showtime.
Lots of yelling there.
Harry in South Bound Brook, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi,
Harry.
Hey, Harry.
I didn't hear the explanation. What am I supposed to do?
Okay, it's very simple. I'm going to give you a category. Like it may have been the example I just gave, and this is not yours. It could be something like name states in this country that begin with the letter N, and then you get 30 seconds, and you just start firing off as many answers as you could think that might suit that category, okay? And if you get to 5 in 30 seconds, that's all it takes. All right, so clear your mind. You know what I'll do?
What do you do?
I will read these twice before the clock starts.
Okay.
In fairness, okay? So I will read these. I will read the category twice, and then the clock will begin, and just start ripping them off as fast as you can. And don't worry if you get some of them wrong. It's not like you're going to get penalized for that. Just rip off as many as you can. Here we go.
Okay.
Name 5 one-term U.S. presidents. Name 5 one-term U.S. presidents. Go.
Okay, we had Trump.
Jimmy Carter. Richard Nixon.
No,
not Nixon. Ford.
Yes.
Bush. Kennedy. JFK. I mean, LBJ.
You want to count it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, JFK didn't do a full term, but
he was a one-termer.
It definitely was not more than one term. Right. Hey, dude, you got it. You're a winner.
I think we have a wiener.
So you're going to this show. Who are you bringing?
My wife. We've been going through some health issues, so it'll be a nice thing to get out.
Oh,
good. I'm glad
I'm
we could
sorry.
help you with that.
Yeah, and I was about to say, if that's your wife that was in the background helping you, then you darn well have better said your wife.
Oh, yeah, with what she's gone through, she had breast cancer, so this will be a nice time to get out.
How is she now?
Almost a year cancer-free.
Yay.
Hey, you know what? My mom had this when she was 50, and it was pretty bad, and she's in her mid-80s now.
Yeah, my wife had it in
God
her
bless her.
40s.
God bless her.
Yeah.
All right, Harry, hold on.
Yeah, we wish you guys all the best. Make a great night of it. Congratulations.
Ryan in Bedminster, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Hey.
Awesome.
Okay, here's what we need you to do. Can you name 5 Taylor Swift songs? Name 5 Taylor Swift songs. Go.
All right. Cruel Summer, Blank Space, Shake It Off, Lover, You Belong With Me, Bad Blood, Love Story, Enchanted, Don't Blame Me.
Wow. I was just
how many
waiting.
you could get.
Yeah. I mean, you already won. I just wanted to see how many.
Won twice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got some Swifties in the house.
All right.
Nice.
Came in handy.
Now, is it your kids or your spouse or is it you?
Both. Yeah. No, a little both.
Little osmosis with all the Swifties in your life.
You could be a Swiftie, bro. It's okay. She goes to football now. It's all good.
Ryan, hold on. Talk to the K-Dog.
All right. Hey, Bill.
2 winners before traffic.
There you go.
That's always the sign of a quality game.
There you go. All right, so now again, if you're just joining us and you did not catch the prize, here's what people are calling in for. We have pairs of tickets we're giving out tonight. A show coming up at PNC Bank Arts Center at the end of summer, August 31st. It's Deep Purple with Yes. Got to name 5 things of whatever category I give you. You do that in 30 seconds, you're going to the show. 1-800-283-101.5.
618, New Jersey Fast Traffic.
New Jersey 101.5. It's a Friday night, and we're giving away prizes. We got concert tickets. If you want to win, it's 1-800-283-101.5. You just have to name 5 things from a category I give you. You get 30 seconds to do it. And, I always like to mention this. Not sure if he still owns the rights to this or not, but Brian Turtle and that gaming company, Endless Games,
yes.
That he started, they're the ones who had at least originally put out Name 5, and it's a blatant ripoff of their game. But we know Brian; he's a friend of ours. He doesn't mind. But yeah, you can still find Name 5 as an actual card game, in stores, Amazon, places like that. So check him out. And his are way better.
Tracy in Hampton, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Tracy.
Hey, would you call yourself a sports person?
A little bit.
Okay, put it this way: you barely need to know much about sports at all to get this.
Okay.
Have you ever watched a baseball game?
I have watched a baseball game.
Okay, I think you're going to be okay with this.
All right.
Tracy, if you're not okay with this, I am going to fall out of my chair in shock. Put it that way. I think this is very easy. All right, here we go.
I kind of like to hear that. Okay.
No pressure. Name 5 baseball positions. Name 5 baseball. Wait for the clock. Name 5 baseball positions. Go.
Pitcher, catcher, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman.
Wow. You're really good at this game.
Shortstop.
Okay, now just for fun, now you've already won. But where in the field does the shortstop stand? And here's why I'm asking this. I did a speed round off air with Kylie earlier during one of the newscasts, and she had no idea.
Oh, no?
She had no idea. Wow. Do you have any idea where the shortstop stands?
It's like between second and third.
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. All right. You deserve these tickets.
Wow, you're really good at this game.
Yeah, Kylie was saying, are they the ones who hand out the cologne in the men's room? I'm kidding. All right, we've got nothing but winners.
Nothing but winners tonight.
I don't want to jinx it.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. Oh, now there's the jinx.
Louisa in Edison, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Okay, I'm counting on you. I don't want to break this streak. Okay, Louisa?
Okay.
Can you name 5 members?
5 members. Okay.
Of the E Street Band.
Of the E Street Band?
Yeah, past or present. The ones that play with Bruce Springsteen. Can you name 5 members of the E Street Band?
Oh, no.
Go.
Bruce Springsteen. Robin Wilson. Wilson.
Who? I'm sorry, what?
Robin Wilson.
Keep going.
Oh, Robin Van Zan.
Keep going.
That's hard. Bobby Springsteen.
Oh, my. I'm so sorry.
Nothing. You lose.
Oh.
Good day, sir.
You had to say everybody wins.
You said that, not me.
Louisa, thanks for playing.
What is this false narrative? Yeah, that was the jinx. I'm sorry. Could you have done that?
I was just thinking. Okay, you have Stephen Van Zandt.
Mm-hmm.
Clarence Clemens.
Yeah, past or present, we said.
Roy Bittan.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there? Nils Lofgren. I need one more. Bruce Springsteen. Does he count?
I don't know. He's sort of the front. Well, exactly. You got Patty.
I got Patty then.
You got members of the past, Vinny Lopez.
Oh,
Vinny
Mad Dog Lopez. Yeah,
right.
I should have known that one.
You got Max Weinberg.
Oh, my God. I was thinking Max Weinberg when she was doing it.
I know.
Then when it came to my turn, I couldn't think of it.
It's okay. And then even... Silly you.
I know.
And then once you say Clarence Clemens, his own nephew Jake, you got Jake Clemens in there. So I was hoping, because there's so many in there, and I was hoping it's a Jersey band. I was hoping, all right, maybe that was bad of me.
Steve in Milltown, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Hey, you've watched a TV show or two in the 70s, 80s, 90s, I'm sure, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You understand what a spin-off of a show is?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All you need to do is tell me of any era. It doesn't have to be 70s, 80s, or 90s, by the way. It could be of any era. Can you name 5 TV show spin-offs? 5 TV show spin-offs. Go.
Hawaii 5-0. Laughing. Man from U.N.C.L.E. Mission Impossible. My 3 Sons. Dick Van Dyke.
Those aren't spinoffs.
Okay. Well, I guess I lost.
Well, now I feel bad.
You get nothing.
Sorry, Steve. Well, he said he knew what a spinoff was.
I know. I should I have mansplained it? I mean, I
No, he said yes. You said, do you know what a spinoff is? He said yes. I mean, why would you go further?
I know. I didn't want to insult him by then mansplaining it, you know? But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. A spinoff is where they take a character or some aspect of an original show and then it gets its own show. Like, well, you could do this easily.
Okay, we got Maude.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Jeffersons.
Mm-hmm.
We have, I was just thinking of a different one. Mork and Mindy.
Yes. There's another one from Happy Days.
Johnny Loves Chachi.
Oh, my God. I wasn't even thinking about that one, but yes. I was thinking of Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, Laverne and Shirley, of course.
Yeah. You got Frasier.
Yeah.
That was a spinoff.
It sure was.
Good Times was a spinoff of a spinoff.
It was.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Steve didn't know any of those.
See, now we got nothing to lose. Everybody loses. 1-800-283-101.5.
Your phone, your radio. It's that simple. Download the New Jersey 101.5 app for an on-the-go listening experience. Thanks to our Listen Live sponsor, Guaranteed Service, New Jersey's premier plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical service provider.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
From the RWJ Barnabas Health Studios, this is New Jersey 101.5. RWJ Barnabas Health's nationally recognized organ transplant programs encourage you to support Donate Life Month this April. Visit rwjbh.org/transplant.
New Jersey 101.5. All right. A little game we call Name 5. We give you a category. You have 30 seconds to come up with 5 things that would fit that category. Simple as that. And we've got concert tickets for you. We'll tell you more about that coming up. 1-800-283-101.5. Here's Fast Traffic.
Busy on the Parkway southbound side at exit 74 down to the Barnegat tolls. Accident investigation and cleanup continues, and there's a heap of alternate traffic still with us on Route 9 going south, heading down towards Barnegat Boulevard, so be aware of that too. This report is sponsored by the new limited edition Orange Dreamsicle Frosty at Wendy's. Try the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty at Wendy's. It's like walking down recent memory lane. And be quick because it's only available for a limited time. Turnpike traffic is getting a lot better. Still a bit slow on the western spur south, coming down to 16W 287 is cleared out very nicely. Route 1 still with a crash investigation, closing the northbound lanes at Ridge Road to Raymond Boulevard. Southbound Route 1, only one lane getting through at Raymond Road. And there's also lots of alternate traffic on Route 27. Leaving New Jersey, it's finally eased into the tolls of the George Washington Bridge. Still close to 20 minutes on the tunnels. Tom Rivers, New Jersey traffic north.
Jill Myra, New Jersey traffic south. So the delays at 295 south are simmering down, and we have it slow right now from exit 28 down to 26. We'll take it. Now, be careful at Route 1 northbound coming out of Mercer County because of the issues in South Brunswick. We have delays at Route 1 north and also Nassau Street, Route 27 north going in towards Kingston. And in Princeton, Quaker Road is closed off between Nassau Park Boulevard and Mercer. You know, they shut down the gates there because of flooding. New Jersey fast traffic every 15 minutes. Next report, 6:48 on New Jersey 101.5.
New Jersey 101.5 instant weather. It's not a perfect forecast for the weekend as warm air retreats for tomorrow with a brisk wind, but temperatures will shoot right back up for Sunday. And while there will be some showers around the Garden State, most hours of this weekend will be dry. Having said that, expect one more push of spotty showers late tonight through tomorrow morning. It'll be breezy and cool. Lows tonight in the mid-40s. Now, as those showers exit tomorrow morning by midday, we should see clearing skies into the afternoon. It'll still be windy tomorrow, highs 55 to 60, jumping right back to 70 on Sunday with a mix of sun and clouds. Just watch for a chance of a shower or thunderstorm Sunday night. Monday, the sun comes out, and we'll see pleasant high temperatures in the upper 60s. From the Edison Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dan Zarrow.
Clark, 65. Middletown, 63. Atlantic City, 65. Fast traffic and instant weather every 15 minutes on New Jersey 101.5. This weather is brought to you by Maple Leaf Farms in Manalapan. one of the largest garden centers in New Jersey. They sell wholesale to the public, and they grow what they sell. With the largest selection of tropicals, hanging plants, annual flats, roses, and so much more, visit mapleleaffarmnj.com. Their prices are insane.
6:36 with Deminski and Doyle. We're here till 7 o'clock, and then Bob G is in for Big Joe Henry tonight. So hopefully Bob G will be a little more agreeable, and he'll play my request. Now,
You're saying Big Joe is a disagreeable guy?
Sometimes.
All right.
In one specific instance, when I want a request played, yes, he can be rather obstinate.
All right.
Do you remember, like years ago, when we worked for that classic rock station, we interviewed Gene Simmons of Kiss?
I do.
A couple of times. Well, they had just released a new song. It was called Modern Day Delilah. And that made me think there was already a song called Modern Day Delilah by a guy named Van Stevenson in 1984. So I'm going to request Modern Day Delilah. See if you remember this. It was a hit. You like it, don't you?
No, it's that. No, I dislike it strongly. It's just. It's reminding me of something else. It's reminding me of a good song. I can't place it, though. It's like they took. It sounds like something else that was a good song, but then they took that and made it bad. I can't think of what it was.
Maybe it was this one.
No, definitely not this. Oh, I said a good song.
Guitar solo.
Oh, God. The guitar gods cry out.
Well, anyway, that's my report.
Yeah.
That was a top 25 hit in 1984.
Yeah, that's not even good song adjacent. That's
that's a fine song.
Okay.
Stands the test of time, says I.
It's subjective. I'm sorry.
It's a great song.
I'm sorry.
All right, back to the game. Lisa and Madison, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Jeff. Yes was the first concert I ever saw. I love them at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, no.
Do you remember what year it was?
The pressure.
And, do I have to tell you? They know how old I am.
We won't tell you.
Oh, God forbid you stayed alive past 29. Come on.
I honestly don't remember the year, but I think it was like when I was in high school. So we're talking 30 years or so.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah.
And you know what? She's probably like 55 and she's acting old. Come on, please.
I saw Yes, too. They were wonderful.
They were awesome. Roundabout. Oh, my God. I sing
Roundabout. Did you say Roundabout?
The best part, Delilah is never mentioned in that song. Not a single time. Okay, so you're saying that you really want these tickets. It would be great.
I really, really do.
Okay, you remember your high school years? You mentioned high school, right? You know how there were different groups of kids, different cliques? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the this type and the that type, and you know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All you need to do is name 5 of those high school cliques. Like there were the blanks and the blanks. You know what I'm saying? Name 5 high school cliques. And you're going to win. Go.
Okay. Nerds, jocks, frisses, druggies. How many is that?
That's 4.
How many is it? 4. And the
everybody knows them.
Popular.
Oh, wait. You said what? The popular? Did you say popular or unpopular?
Popular.
Okay, what was the third one you mentioned, though? You said nerds, jocks, and who? It sounded like...
Frisses. The prissy girls. Like,
Prissies.
you know, the ones that were
prissy.
everybody wanted to be... Yeah, the ones that everybody wanted to be friends with and loved wanted to be like them.
I say you're good. The only thing is, druggies, I mean, you're a winner. But druggies, we call them stoners.
We call them burnouts.
Stoners, druggies.
Oh, we also call them burnouts. Burnouts and stoners is what we call it. Oh, you too?
I think we have a wiener.
See, you're not that old.
Yeah.
All right.
Enjoy the show, Lisa.
Like my mom would have no idea what a burnout meant.
Oh, burnout that then.
She would be like, do you need a light bulb? No, Mom. It's got nothing to do with light bulbs. Trust me. No. All right. She's a winner.
Deb in Freehold, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Hey. Okay, Deb. We need you to name 5 reasons that somebody might give their partner for breaking up with them. So you're breaking up with somebody and you're telling them why, right? Name 5 reasons somebody might break up with somebody. Go.
It's not you, it's me. They were cheating. They fell out of love. They had control issues, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lack of understanding. They were a liar. Like my other girlfriend was better than you, or my other boyfriend was better than you. Like
they smell
comparing.
bad. They smell bad. They like songs with Delilah in the name.
Yeah, those.
Hey, you're a winner.
Yeah.
You're a winner. You got
I
it.
think we have a wiener.
That's perfect.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right.
Enjoy the show, Deb.
Who do we have next?
George in Red Bank, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hi, George.
Hey, George. Okay.
Hey, before we start, I'd like to suggest a new name for your show.
What's up?
Deminski and Doyle, and sometimes more.
Oh, because of Kylie Moore.
You got it, right? You got it.
Very clever, George.
Deminski and Doyle, and sometimes more.
What I do.
Dang, what are you, working marketing and stuff? Advertising?
No, I'm a programmer.
Okay. No, I like it. And sometimes more. It's mysterious. I like it. Okay, so listen. Concert tickets for you if you can name five lies that you might tell a cop to try to get out of a speeding ticket. 5 lies you might tell a cop trying to get out of a speeding ticket. Go.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know how fast I was going. I have to go to the bathroom. It's dark. Other people were going fast. And I don't know. I'm stoned.
Keep thinking. You got time.
Okay. And I often go this fast because
Oh, no.
He didn't get it, did he?
No, he didn't.
We got to Kayla you.
Oh, no.
You lose. Good day, sir.
So he's like, yeah, it's more like Deminski and less.
Oh, sorry, George. Thanks for listening. Thanks for playing, but we got nothing for you.
I should have said Deminski and Doyle and less.
Yes, I kind of.
I wasn't meaning you.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not what I meant.
Uh-huh.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Cartman, y'all. All right, we're doing name 5, 1-800-283-101.5. New Jersey 101.5, 651. Bob G in for Big Joe coming up. And we're doing name 5. Let's see if you get a couple more winners.
Gina in Tom's River, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello.
Hi, Gina.
Gina, if you don't have 20 seconds left over of your 30 seconds, I don't even know what to tell you. I think this is the easiest one of the night, but here we go. Okay. Name 5 dog breeds. Name 5 dog breeds. Go.
Wait a second. A poodle. Wait a second. A poodle. Beagle. Wait a second. Golden Retriever, Labrador Retriever, German Shepherd.
You made it. You made it. You made it. You had us so worried, though. Bill and I looked at each other like, uh-oh.
But it turns out you were a winner.
You are a winner.
Well, and Gina, aren't these hard because you have no idea what the category is going to be? So you kind of start to blank, right?
The baseball one was easy. I knew the E Street Band, and I knew those, and I'm like, wait.
Oh, see?
Luck of the draw.
But hey, you got this. You won.
You won. Gina, hold on. Talk to Kylie.
You rallied.
Yeah, that was worrisome.
I thought she was just going to keep repeating poodle at first. Like, no.
Carolyn in Princeton, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Carolyn. Okay. Name 5 movies Seth Rogen is in. Name 5 movies Seth Rogen was in. Go.
Okay. Pineapple Express, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Laborers, Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Is he in that one with Johnny Depp? Wait, was he in the?
You just need one more.
The Interview.
Yeah, that's right. The North Korean one.
At the buzzer, we have a buzzer beater.
I think we have a wiener.
Excellent. You're a winner.
Got us worried, but you pulled it.
That was great.
All right, Carolyn, talk to Kylie. You're a winner.
All right. So we can get another one on.
Chester in West Orange, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yes, how you doing?
All right, Chester.
Hey, Chester.
Give me an easy one. Come on. I've been waiting for a long time, but anyway, go ahead.
Your phone are you on a speakerphone?
Yeah, you know what it is? I was on so long. I just got you off the speakerphone because I was taking a shower. I'm like, they're not going to get me.
You know, you'd be surprised how many men listen to us naked. It's just the thing. I don't know.
Hey
now.
This is rated G. All right. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. He wants an easy one. Okay. Name 5 states that begin with the letter N. Go.
N?
N. N as in Nancy. Go.
Nevada, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire.
Hey!
Oh, hey! A wiener.
All right, you're a wiener.
You are certainly a wiener. And don't say that to me after a shower, please.
All right, Chester, hold on. Talk to the K-Dog. All right, we rallied after a few losses.
Yes.
Had a bunch of winners, so that's cool. All right, that does it for us. We will be back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bob G in for Big Joe Henry is coming up next on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
This has been the Deminski and Doyle Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, New Look Home Design, home improvement made easy. Check out the latest from D&D on our app or NJ1015.com. Thanks to our sponsor, The Men with Tools, worry-proof window and door replacement, real lifetime warranties. Visit themenwithtools.com.
New Jersey 101.5.